And I feel like ladder is really bad practice, actually, because I feel like watching world scrims at the moment is just more productive. I just like the vibe I get, though. Is this full screen? Let me go borderless real quick. That way I can alt tab and yap with chat. Down for some more trailer? All right, we can just watch the trailer. Try hard rankings will be fun. I don't think scrims are gonna go on like all day, so I'm definitely gonna do a mix, right? So today's gonna be a standard, 7-8 hour TFT stream. So I was thinking we obviously can play the entire time, but I think watching some scrims will be good too. This is like some of the best players going to Worlds, right? We have Ironbog, the #1 player from APAC, alongside YBY. We have Double61, who I think he is the most likely player to win 2 world championships that haven't already. The other person being like YBY. I know that a lot of people are really high on Ironbog. I think YBY in general is just on average a little bit better. Oh my god, here comes the... Oh, he has forward-thinking aura farming. Holy. I'm just getting caught up on these guys' spots here. Okay. He's transitioning to Samira. He has Volibear and Samira. Are we watching F1 today? Well, I'm watching TFT right now, so I don't have F1 on a second monitor, if that's what you're asking at the moment. Wait for Bastion Edgelord. I heard that he exited out of Q1 for the first time in like years. What's up, Otters? Are you feeling exhausted? I'm feeling really, really tired. My wrist hurts from playing too many fighting games. But you know what? I'm happy I went on a little mini fighting game arc. It made me miss TFT a lot. Like, you guys know that I'm very much pro TFT, and I was also like one of the biggest proponents of like my mental's in a good spot, and I feel like, I'm still having fun playing Set 15. And all that is true. It's just that it's really nice to like be taken away from that and like play some other stuff for a while and remember, like, I really miss playing TFT this past week. Even Set 15, I know that sounds crazy. Like I could actually play 8 hours of Set 15 and probably enjoy myself. I know that sounds insane, but variety is the spice of life. And so when I play other games, I just want to say one thing. I'll probably say this multiple times today. I don't think I will ever complain about champion design ever again now that I spent an entire week playing against Teemo in 2xKO. What the hell is that champion, by the way? It is the absolute least fun I've had playing fighting games in years. I just remember, like, I was completely miserable playing against this champion. And if there wasn't any competition around it, I would have stopped playing it on day one. I just been like, this is not fun. It was absolutely miserable. And it was abated by the fact that I was with friends, right? I'm playing with Ray, one of my favorite people in gaming. I was hanging out with some good vibes, like Boger is really cool. Loved the buzz and Void and everything like that. So it was fun. And the duos aspect of it saved the tournament. I was actually really surprised how much I like 2xKO duos, because I kind of thought it was going to be like TFT. In TFT, I don't know if anybody here in chat prefer double up to singles or solos. I don't prefer double up. I prefer solos in TFT. I kind of thought 2xKO was going to be the same thing. Nice, Bullbear 2 is huge. I thought that I would enjoy solos way more than double up or duos in 2xKO, but I think the solos experience in 2xKO is nowhere near as good as it is in duos. So like the only way I think I'll ever play 2xKO is if I want to just play some duos. If it wasn't for that, I would have rage quit 2xKO in like 5 hours. This Teemo nonsense is just absolute BS. I understand he's not even probably the strongest character, but in my opinion, he is the best character in the game, and I just hate playing. And I hate him being. I hate him being. Teemo in League and 2S KO making people not want to play. Yes, like the only thing you get to say about Teemo and 2S KO is like, wow, they did a good job adapting him to the game. They're like, oh yeah, isn't it so funny? Riot made him a character that people hate. Well done. It's like, yeah, great. Yes, it's exactly what you want. Make people not want to play the game. I just play double with my girlfriend. That's honestly the best way to experience double up. Just vibes and chilling, right? Like the teamwork aspect of it feels good. All right, what do we have? We have Cambulee with, so it looks like Cam is stable. He has Braum too. He has like lucky gloves on his Braum. Those are pretty. He's had pretty good TG so far. This is the 4-4-4 build. You eventually go, basically you play 4 Luchador, 4 Edgelord, and you flex your remaining traits. You can play 4 Soul Fighter, you can play 4 Juggernaut, you can play 4 Bastions. He doesn't have any Juggernauts in right now, but you can definitely have options there. And wait, he has 4 Luchador with only Mundo, right? Okay, yeah. So you have the option to flex around different things. Bensac with 3 hats, 3 hat rise. He has Death Cap, Death Cap, Death Cap rise. Is this Biss? And he doesn't even have Wand Overflow, by the way. Usually you get this set up because you have Wand Overflow rise. Yeah. Lucian 3. Oh, oh, his cash out. His cash out was Lucian 3. And oh, he had KO 3 low down. I've played this before where you get the cash out for the 3-star 1 cost. And you get Lucian. I played KO 3 and I actually won the game. Zoners are mega annoying when you're new to a fighting game. Oh, yeah. I heard Happy Chaos was also really bad in... it's Guilty Gear, right? In Guilty Gear, there's a character named Happy Chaos who is basically like Teemo, but 1 level above him. Like 1 tier above him. Which I was like, man, that just... I mean... I'm thankful I got to experience that. Okay, Fishbone's KO. So I think you want to itemize KO. So I'll probably go JG here on her. You can actually win the game. Shadow Clone, that's good. He's gonna go like AP, like Death Cap. Oh, we went Edge of Knight. That's fine too. That's fine. That's actually smart. I like that. And you can put Nash's on TF and then Spark, I guess. Oh wow. Oh, he doesn't open up his items. This is kind of scary, but Cat is dead. Dude, Double61, I think he set up something he can win out with. I think he can. Cam is very strong as well. So one of these guys... Well, actually, Cam's been working on his Poro. He actually has 9 HP, so Cam can actually lose. Oh, this is actually really close. You know, even though Double and Cam are both 1 life, in quotation marks, Cam actually... can go 1-2 with Double if the matchmaking gods step in. Terry's playing Yuumi. He's playing Yuumi Flex. Oh my god, what is this? 3 Battle Academia. Yuumi Flex? You can get away with this? Nah, this guy, do you guys think he top force? He's actually just playing this guy's actually playing a bunch of splash traits for Yuumi. I remember that game was insane pivot. That 1 KO dude asking since when was there another KO player? Yeah. I also hit Zhonya's as well. Zhonya's is really, really good. Are these items good on Volibear? Which items? Oh, Double lost. Oh, he lost to Cam. Oh, he survived. That's huge. He's talking about Cam's Tartman's dead. I mean, 2-way Yuumi. Oh, yeah. Rageblade Kraken's a good combo on Volibear. It's not Biss, but if you look at the stats, let me see. I can look up the stats for you, but if you go for Edgelord Volibear. If you look at builds, the Rageblade builds are pretty good. Oh, there's actually not much on it. Oh wait, what? No, trust me, it actually looks kind of good. Is it just sample size? There's 100 games. Yeah, it's like, okay, hold on. Wait, what? I swear it doesn't look that bad. If you have Kraken on Volibear, let me see. If you have Kraken on Volibear, which is definitely a good item on him. Rage Blades is terrible. Oh. No, come on. I must have looked at something differently. I mean, Forest Lord might be like the low roll stuff. Maybe I have to put in like something else. Either way, it's definitely a good item. I wouldn't say it's BIS, but I would say it's like playable. And the most important thing is that it's something that you can play off of a Gnar opener. Like the goal isn't like, how do I say this? I think BIS is like fake when it comes to Volibear lines. Because the marginal difference between something like Infinity Edge Hodge versus Sterex Gauge Giant Slayers and like BT, that kind of stuff, is very small compared to just playing good items that work together. Like playing item sets that work together and making sure that your tempo is good and that you have like a good setup, right? I think in general it's not as crucial to establish like, okay, what is BIS Volibear? Like, do you have good Volibear items and a good fruit? And that applies to a lot of these melee champs because, yeah, trying to hyper optimize for BIS is probably bait. Okay, Terry actually got back into the Prodigy line anyways. So 16 still doesn't have mastery. You sure about that? I don't know. I haven't played any set 16. I've seen pretty much as you guys. I filmed something for Riot. Oh, Cam lost. Wait, he lost to Quintanilha? People Brazil? He got Katarina. He bot for it. I was like looking at the Yumi spot. I was like, does this guy even top 4? I'm like, nah, he's bot 4. Even though he was like 30 HP above the lobby. He got 6th. Rough. Cam losing here is actually crazy because that means double or Cambulee are gonna go bot 4 if they face each other. I'm surprised Cam lost. Cam lost to Quintanilha's board. The Quintanilha might be the Katarina Whisperer. Like, I think whenever this guy plays Cat, big plays happen. Is there a link to everyone who made Worlds? Is it not CompeteTFT.com? I use Liquipedia. I would say Liquipedia, and I'll just do this. Let me see, Worlds. Oh, there it is. Just type exclamation point Worlds. So you guys can check it out. Or who wins, man? So we have Cat. I mean, does Quintanilha win the game with Cat? He's level 8 with a bunch of free rerolls, and he's about to go to 9. He's in a great spot. Volibear, Samira. I mean, it's very, very close. The only people that are guaranteed right now are Quintanilha and Ironbog in the top 3, and then Cam, Bensac, and Double all play for 3rd. And then one of them can win, but like the thing is, all of them look so strong they can kill each other. I think Bensac's the clear weakest. The thing is, Bensac might have good matchmaking. He can definitely scan with top 4 here. His board is not stronger than the other boards, but wait, he has 5 Tesla coil though. 5 Tesla coil, and oh man, doesn't have decent too. Who are you rooting for at Worlds? We are rooting for obviously anyone in North America, and this is probably the smallest NA roster we've had because we have so many players from Brazil. But we have only 3 NA. We have 3 NA players from here, and then we have Marcel and Robin. So we only have 5 NA players relative to other regions, but Marcel, Robin, JD, Cam, and Dehua, those are our reps. And it's a pretty solid lineup. I would say last set's lineup was like insane. We had Dish Soap, Weijin. Wait, Cam and Double lost. Oh my god. Wow, Cambulee's board went 4th. That's crazy. Bensac beat that. I was telling you, I actually was like, huh, this board actually looks kind of good. 4 Mentor Mech, huh? Formentor Mech beating a very capped Edgelord board. Dude, Rise might be him. Sky Piercer Rise. You know, I think Sky Piercer probably is my personal BIS on Rise. I think we have it as like one of his BIS on TFT Academy. Let me look at it real quick. But I think Rise with Sky Piercer is probably the ideal setup because it saves you items. It's the same concept as Noxious Trap. If Mentor gives you free anti-heal and Sky Piercer gives you the thing, it's basically you have like +3 items. That's like, that should be one of the strengths of the comp. So I like the idea of Sky Piercer on Rise. That being said, he still can't compete against like True Cap. What the heck? Quintanilha's wishes. Does Cat just win the game? Next set, I hope they remove Pandora's Bench. I don't think they will. I'm sorry. Ooh, this guy is +7. Now I'm seeing why his Cat won. 16 AP, 7 mana regen. Almost like basically only these 3 stats. Nutty. Is Worlds next weekend? Worlds is in 4 days. 5 days. It's in 5 days. What up, Joe? Is your fighting game journey now over? Oh, I mean, it's on pause. Basically, I pick it up every few months. Hey, buddy. Hey. You know whose journey is just beginning? It's Levi's. How you doing, man? Do you want to play TFT or fighting game? What do you think? Hey, hey, All right. Don't look too much at slot machines when you're too young. It's gonna break your brain. Is World streaming on a normal Riot Games channel? It will be. I'll be co-streaming it. The thing about TFT that's really interesting is that you should have multiple streams up to watch different games happening at the same time. However, Twitch has also done a thing where like if you watch multiple, if you have like 5 streams open, I think they stop counting you as a viewer of anything. And so when I was like going over the slam stuff, BoxFox was like, is that screwing the fighting game slam stuff over like our 2XKO event? Because you want to have multiple streams open of multiple people you're following or like listening to different comms of different games. So if you watch my stream and the main stream, I think that counts. But if you watch my stream and I think if you have like, I think Solo Gasong might be doing a co-stream. I think Toadie's doing a co-stream for Brazil. So like if you do that, then they don't count you, which is kind of sad. We need Frodan Child to take out Blaz in 15 years. I don't know if he'll like fighting games very much, but we'll see. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I kind of thought this Yumi was going to cast. This Garen's kind of a beast. We've been seeing this more often, by the way. The story of this game is how good Katarina looks in the cap lobby. I mean, part of it is that Hero 101 is a really good combat. He has double combat and he has over 9,000. But one thing you cannot sleep on is Garen. Garen 3 is a very reliable. He's actually preferring to carry Garen or tank Garen over Rakan. That's definitely something to think about. I wouldn't say that on average Garen 3 is stronger than Rakan 3, but it's definitely something to consider. With no protector, maybe it is actually just better because protector's like a really big deal. Any chance of having Jisub as a remote guest? 0. Jisub wants nothing to do with set 15. He wrote me a message. I mean, we talked about regionals a little bit. We kicked it back. He was talking about his games, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, what do I do for 3 weeks, boss? Dej. I haven't been away from TFT for more than a week since set 9. This is I'm literally just copy pasting. I'm probably pasting it in chat. What to do for 3 weeks, boss? I haven't been away from TFT for more than a week since set 9. And I was like, dude, you gotta just do something besides TFT. You can't. Don't like watch the game. Don't think, but and you know what might help? Do something that you think is really boring and mundane. Like if you go to a, if you go somewhere, you travel somewhere like a wine vineyard or some remote place in Alaska or something. You'll get so bored and you'll lose your sanity and you'll like wish that you can go back and play TFT, right? Trying to, is he holding ashes to stop for Ash 3? He's holding ashes for fun. Okay. So I don't think Dissa wants anything to do with TFT for a little bit. He's qualified for every World Championship since set 10, and as you guys know, less than 48 hours after Worlds ends is PBE, and he barely takes that off as well. So he just hasn't had a break. What do you mean vineyards are boring? Vineyards are very boring. That's not a bad thing though. Like it's okay. I've been to vineyards, man. There's not a lot happening there. It's a bunch of people sitting around with wine glasses and closing their eyes. They literally close their eyes for when you're in the vineyard, half the experience is closing your eyes and shutting down other sensories so that you can like focus on the taste. It's like, there's not a lot going on in vineyards. I'm not saying, oh, he actually won. Oh my God. Guys, I think Cat might be broken. Also, he went mage on Seraphine instead of Garen. Really, really interesting. I'm not, but the thing is, if I recommend Dissop to go to a vineyard, he's absolutely not gonna think it's like a riveting experience. All right, BRB ads real quick. All right, shall we open up some Riftbound? Actually, do you guys want to open up Riftbound like when they're having a break? Because I feel like the way they scrim is that they just go nonstop. Usually you're waiting for the next lobby to start. As you guys know, Riot Games sent me some Riftbound. So they sent me an entire box. They sent me like a Riftbound box of a bunch of stuff. But this is the part where I think you guys are gonna get jealous. They sent me a World's 25 Riftbound bundle as well. Giant thing. I'm gonna open it on stream as well. Holy. Who knows? He might become an alcoholic. Well, from one addiction to another. Or oh, I was gonna probably make a really, really tasteless joke, if you will. I'll say, what if he develops a drinking and gambling addiction? But that's not something to joke about, because that's a real thing. That is unfortunately a very, very real thing. All right, open up the Riftbound packs. Origins. You know, the crazy thing is I could just sell this thing for like do you know the fact that I just unsealed this, if I open up nothing, is like minus $250. Like, people are literally buying this entire thing for $250. It's crazy. Riot just sent me cash and I just literally ripped it up in half. YBY. Oh, I'm excited to watch this gameplay, man. The hardest workers. The hardest worker. Oh, I lagged. Oh. Prismatic finale. All right, I'm just updating my title because some people might be wondering what's going on. We're watching some World Scrims here. Maybe you'll find wine to be his passion all along. Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's riveting enough for him. I don't think it's exciting. All right, what do we have? We have Golden Edge over 9,000. Oh, time skip. Mage. Oh. I remember once upon a time we used to go over 9,000 on Smolder so you can get mana, but you guys going Mage. Cambulee. Bruh, YBY was chatting in Solo Song's chat saying that he was in Singapore for a Blackpink concert. How is he scrimming? You're acting like they don't have internet in Singapore. How is he scrimming? Well, concerts probably don't last more than a few hours. And once you're done with the concert, you gotta do something. You know what the thing is about TFT players is that their favorite thing to do when they have nothing, when they're not like eating and going outside and taking care of other things about life, whether it's seeing friends and families, that they play TFT. So he probably is just at his hotel, and then what are you supposed to do? Worlds is over, so probably just queue up some TFT. Just queue up some TFT. Anyways, I think it was ads. We were playing ads during it, but I was trying to show you guys that Riot actually sent me a Worlds 25 Riftbound box for Reno, and it's sealed and everything. So I'm gonna open that up. See what it is, because Worlds is almost over anyways. I'll probably do that between whenever we feel like Scrims is over. Whenever we feel like Scrims is over and we're about to play ranked, I'll probably like open that box, because I think it's fun. When will PvP out? Next week. All right, we have Rageblade, Edgenite for replication. So Travis just playing basic fast 8, fast 9 strategies. We have 2 time skips. It's good that Double61 is actually winning fights with time skips. It's kind of showing you how strong Smolder is. Smolder's really, really good early game. Patient Study, Giant Slayer. YBY still win streak. He won 2 with time skip. That's huge. A double time skip win. He also went Tentacle Smash early. Round 2. Okay. I mean, YBY's comfort zone is win streak. He doesn't play exactly like Disso, but he definitely likes approaching the game similar to Disso. Play strong, stage 2, win streak early, figure out unique ways to transition and cap your board. Definitely a good person to model your gameplay after. You're a great role model, Frodan. Thank you, man. I don't know if I inspire anyone in particular. I was talking to ChatGPT the other night about other topics, not just like I don't like talk to ChatGPT like you know, like as if like as a therapist or a friend. I was asking it some questions about tech stuff, because I don't even bother asking other people for tech problems anymore. I just ask ChatGPT. And somehow we got on a different topic because it was just like asking me stuff, and so I was like responding to it. And you know, every now and then ChatGPT drops some hard facts. And we somehow got to the topic of legacy, and it was like talking about like you know, if you feel like you have influence in your community and sphere, that matters so much more than like whatever clout or other nonsense that people chase these days. I was like, you know what, ChatGPT, you right. Dropping the cold hard facts. It doesn't matter if you make like a YouTube video or you get X amount of views or everything, but if you can positively influence people within your sphere around you, that's what matters most. This is a lonely sounding story. I'm not lonely though. Like it might sound lonely, but I don't feel lonely. And that's the worst. That's the only thing that really is the big factor about loneliness, right? The feeling of it, but I don't feel lonely at all. I think you might be projecting. You know what happened to Title? Title in general. What do you mean? Like what happened to his tournament, or like what he didn't make it to the World Championship, but He like missed the final lobby, and I want to say one thing about Title, and I hope it doesn't come off as disrespectful, but I don't think Title has been like a real threat for quite some time. Like I've watched his gameplay in the past couple of sets, and it doesn't feel like he's doing anything particularly special. Like he's still playing in his patented way, but like I think the fear that I had watching him in late game situations isn't really there as much anymore. It's a lot of like, wait, what is he doing type thing. There's a lot of moments where I'm not sure I understand what his thinking is, and I'm open-minded because he's really accomplished, but I feel like he hasn't really been a huge threat the way he was a year ago. And I say the same about Dish Soap actually. I think Dish Soap this set was not as big of a threat as he was when he was like in his true form. So I don't think Title's been like the best player in APAC for a little bit of time now. But that's not to say that he's not good. He's obviously a great player. It's like saying you know, like I don't think these players who are once at top of their craft, people love using the NBA as an example in TFT, but you know, no one's saying LeBron's the best player in the NBA or Steph Curry or Kevin Durant, even though they were like at one point the player. They're still phenomenal though. Well, I mean, depending on how you're evaluating. Those guys are old now, so it's like, I guess some people talk about F1, right? No one's out here saying Lewis Hamilton's the best driver, but he's still a great driver. YBY almost just think about this. YBY almost 5-streaked with time skip. That's kind of crazy to be able to do that. Looks like Terry's the one doing the best though with triple frontline Thorn plated, another Rage Blade slam. So how many people are on Rage Blade lines? I think 3 people are in the top 3. This is Shojin GS. Shojin GS is Star Guardian. I think Ironbog is very much a 4-cost player, so he'll probably want to play some Star Guardians. JG Slam. This is almost certainly Malzahar. One person per lobby usually tries to play Malzahar. Are you sponsored by Riftbound? I'm not directly sponsored by Riftbound, but I have. This is gonna sound weird, but I have a guy. I have a Riftbound dealer. I have a store that sells Riftbound that's gonna be sending me Riftbound packs, and you should definitely buy from them because they have great prices on stuff. So I believe their stuff is coming to me tomorrow. Okay, it sounds a lot more nefarious than it actually is, but no, it's true. I know a guy. And Riftbound, I'm gonna get some Riftbound packs, and you guys should definitely get it from there. My God, guys, I'm about to tease you guys. Look at this, a new booster pack. Oh, you see what's in there? This is like the equivalent of like a bikini OnlyFans for card game lovers. You're just like, oh, the scandalous peel back the tip of the cover so that you can just see inside and see that it's a little bit of Riftbound booster pack action. How do I counter a Kali with Kog'Maw Bastion? You have to create a gap in your front line. Thoughts on YBY1? He's my #1 player in APAC. A lot of people put Ironbog as #1 player in APAC, and I understand why. I consider YB. I think YB. It's sort of like. How do I explain this the best way? So, do you guys remember how Replay and Malala had won the world championships, but people still thought Setsuko was better, like a better player? That's kind of how I felt about YBY for a while. Whereas like all these APAC players had results, even Title was winning, but I still felt like YBY on average would have a higher AVP than anyone else in APAC. Just watching him play, it's the eye test thing. The funny thing about TFT is that variance is such a big impact. skills is a big impact too. If you've heard me talk about TFT, I consider TFT a high variance and high skill game, both at the same time. An immensely high skill game and also an immensely high variance game. Both. They're not mutually exclusive. So when as much as you can look at results to analyze things, and that is part of it because results do speak for itself over a large sample size. There's also this eye test element that you have to trust, and this YBY guy's eye test is insane. When's the booster opening? It'll probably be between games. Hi, I'm a set 2 returning player from the other day. Been trying to force Bash and Zyamul's Diamond, but wondering how do you play the game with the AP items. Oh, if you have AP items, then don't play Zaya. You should, if you're thinking about it the inverse way. You're thinking, how do I get to this composition with these items? But you should be thinking about what are these items most compatible with in the meta. So if you have AP items, so you're trying to play Zaya, right? And you're getting AP items. It probably means that you shouldn't be playing this. But if you look at, for example, if you're in Diamond, you can just play Kog'Maw. If you look at Kog'Maw, it basically plays a similar core of 6 Bastion, but you can play like tier rod items on Kog'Maw instead. And that's not even just there. You can also apply this logic to a bunch of other stuff too. I know it's like Diamond, but theoretically, you could also just play like Yuumi with 6 Bastion. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, I was like 20 minute client farms. Just you're approaching the game from a, like, how do I like play this composition when that's not the way you try to approach TFT as a draft building game. If you think about it like Magic the Gathering, I don't know if you play other card games. If you play other card games or you play other draft formats, you can't just, I mean, you could theoretically go into every draft trying to force a color and an archetype. Looks like YBY is mega lagging, so we're gonna pause here. You could theoretically load into a draft and be like, I'm just gonna like force this and like try to play the archetype, but on average, you're gonna get like a really bad spot if you're just trying to hard force it. Versus, here's like the best cards that I open up, and this is how I play around them. It's only high skill after Grandmasters because I started playing the set. I'm already Masters. I just followed the builds. It's easy. I mean, sure, you could say that. I would say that this is there's a couple things, first of all, that you're misunderstanding. So when people say like, oh, I just do this and it's X and it's easy, you are taking for granted how much baseline knowledge and understanding you have of the game. So, for example, if you think it's so easy, try teaching your parents to get to Masters and see how it goes. And do whatever it takes to try to get them to do it. And give them 100 games. Do you think your parents, your parents, try to teach them TFT and try to get them to Masters? It's so easy, right? Anyone can do it. Teach them. And you'll really take for granted how much that you understand about the basics fundamentals. So when people are saying like, just do X, you sound completely ridiculous. You sound completely ridiculous because it's no different than how do I get better at Counter-Strike or Valorant? It's like, well, just click their heads. It's like, okay, you're not helpful at all. Just follow the builds. That doesn't help people. You're not helping anyone. You're not contributing meaningfully to conversations, and you're being extremely reductive. And it's just you sound like a jackass. I know you're not trying to, but you sound like an idiot when you're trying to like help people in that way. Like, wow, really, really productive conversation. Anyways, I'm not trying to flame you. I'm trying to say that when people have that mentality, like TFT is such an easy game, any brain dead monkey can just do this. It's just like it actually drives me wild because that is the kind of conversation that I think is the least helpful to people that actually want to learn the game. But what I'm trying to communicate is that the process of learning all these different lines of thinking and whatnot, like, yeah, you could force anything to masters, and people would say like the game doesn't truly begin until you get to X rank. I actually do agree with the basis of what they're saying. At a grandmaster's level in TFT is when you really start to like play the game in a way that is strategically intricate. When up until masters, you can actually just kind of play a solo game, right? There's a couple ways you can think about it. You can actually approach the game at a fundamental level where it's like, I don't even have to worry about what my opponent is doing. I'm not going to scout. I'm not going to pivot. I'm just going to like look at what I do, play my game. And if I play enough volume and make enough good decisions with what I'm doing here, I can get to a certain baseline proficiency. That's how I play a lot of roguelikes. Right? I play straight when I play Slay the Spire, or I play other deck building games like that. I approach it like, I'm just going to play this and keep it simple, and I'll get to the top 1 percentile performance like that. And Masters is the top 1 percentile performance, right? Diamond's in that too. And I'm happy playing that way. But if you want to like unlock what the world of TFT truly has to offer, which not many people do care about, by the way, yeah, you have to start doing some like really like nuanced, crazy, in-depth thinking that requires many different layers of very highly and skill intensive like thought processes, right? And I think that's like something that's really worth chasing. But you can't just like tell people, like, it's just, you just can't tell, you can't frame it that way. That's what I'm trying to say. Another way you could, if you want to be very like, if you want to be like cynical slash, you know, if you want to be very cynical about it, you can definitely frame it that way. Multiplayer in TFT doesn't begin until Grandmasters, right? If you want to say it in a cynical way, you can frame it in that perspective. And a lot of people don't even want TFT to be that. A lot of people just want TFT to be a game where they feel pretty proficient at, because if I can also be quite candid, there's a lot of people who play TFT because it's just the best game they've ever been at. It's like a game that like was easily roping them in, and then as they learn more, they climb more, versus like other games they've played, they feel stuck because of teammates, or they just feel like it's a game that didn't click for them. You know, some people are like, oh, I've never been diamond at anything, but in TFT I got to masters. And so for some people, that's like a big reason why they play. For some other people, that's why they frame it in the way they do. They're like, yeah, because I suck at every game, but at TFT, you can get masters for free, easy, right? Some people like say it that way. And I understand where they're coming from, but yeah, in general, I don't think it's good to be too reductive. Okay, Travis did his roll down. Looks like he's playing for Volibear Jinx. This roll down, by the way, is very hard. I think this is the hardest element of the meta right now if you want to play 80 flex, level 8 80 flex, because level 9 is pretty easy. You just play around the 5 cost. But level 8 has Volibear, Jinx, and Samira, and there's a little bit of like Ashe elements of it too if you want to play into it, depending on how you're leaning, with the possibility of also going into 5 cost if you hit them. And I think that this setup that Travis has is really hard, because I played this roll down a few times, and every time I do, I feel like either I have to high roll something very clearly, like you hit Jinx 2 instantly, and that kind of solves it. But you see how he's like building his board in ways that could mix and match depending on what he hits. So this is like the hard. This is what he's doing is pretty hard. Double61 the fast 9. Like he's going invested. He took triple econ, time skip, explosive growth, invested plus. Hey everyone, how's the box jam, Sam? It was fun. I think duos saved the game for me. I don't think I would really enjoy. Oh, he's playing Fast 9 Varus. Oh, he's playing the old school Varus Fast 9 with TF Zyra Varus. He's gonna lose this fight, I think, if the Darius wraps. This Gnar positioning is actually kind of unfortunate, because that means that Darius is gonna turn around and start focusing backline. Oh, actually, he got blocked by his own. The unit walked in front of Darius, but it's all good. I think he loses this fight. If he wins this fight, that's actually huge. Okay, not the worst loss though. Duos and box jam for 2x KO saved it for me, because I thought I was not going to enjoy duos, and I was gonna prefer solos. I like kind of like TFT, where I don't prefer double up. I prefer solos. But I'm pretty sure if the event wasn't duos, I think it'd be like a miserable experience because I think the meta in that game is awful right now. And I will I made a promise to myself, I'm not gonna complain about a TFT champion design for I don't know I don't want to say ever again because I feel like that's too hyperbolic. Because I definitely will. But I'm not gonna. But like I can't complain as long as 2xKO Teemo exists because that champion is just silly. That champion is just silly, man. Yumi's also potential level 8. If you have AP items, yeah. But the thing is, you're not often slamming Giant Slayer GS and then playing Yumi. That doesn't really make sense much. Because those are not items that make her extremely strong. Those are items that she could play, but she played at a lower efficiency rate. Double lost again. He's at 13 HP. You think Boxbox could compete? He could. He definitely could. I think Boxbox doesn't lack the mental acumen to compete at TFT. I think he lacks two things. I think he lacks discipline, and I think he lacks mental fortitude. And those are like things that you don't really, it's not about like his raw IQ and ability. It's more like he needs to like not click bad augments, which he probably could do, but he also specifically needs to like learn to love the process, which is like he needs to like VOD review and study stats and talk about the game and do like the less quote fun stuff. I think that stuff is fun, but he doesn't think it's fun. I know that for a fact. And he also needs to like keep his mental in place when you compete in TFT, because it is extremely likely, in fact it is impossible to never low roll, to probably put it this way. You will always low roll in the TFT tournament no matter what. You will always low. Even in your high roll days, you will have things that are low roll that are happening, even if you're high rolling. So like you need to have extreme mental fortitude, and maybe he's playing it up on stream, but it does feel as if he is easily affected by tilt. But it happens to everyone. He's more burnt out than Disob at TFT. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I would say that in general, the thing about streamers that you have to understand is that they have an overexposure to things that are fun. And a lot of people say, how can your life, or how can you not enjoy what you're doing? You're playing a video game for fun. What you're doing is a recreational activity. Most people would kill to have a job like this. How are you not having fun? Just do something else. They use this word just do X, just play something else, just take a break. Just wipe your tears away with the dollar bills. And to a certain degree, they're right. There's also an aspect of doing anything that you're not enjoying for an extended period of time would wear on you. And that also probably has the aspect of mental that's pretty difficult to overcome. There's also a mental muscle that people really underestimate in general about a lot of activities. Here goes Landing. Thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. There's also a mental muscle that people aren't used to, or not very, it's not very commonly discussed, but there's only so much energy and amount that you can like flex. Like imagine you're working out. There's only so much that you can tense a muscle and flex it before you just start giving out and you just can't anymore. And that definitely happens in TFT, but in the mentality aspect of things. So after a certain amount of time, when you stream long periods of time, when you stream for long durations and you play TFT, you just sort of lose the ability to mentally stay locked in and engaged, no matter how much you think you want to and you can, even though it sounds simple. And so it feels really hard for a lot of streamers to keep their composure. And you know, people say like, oh, just ignore chat or just do this, right? And so there's that aspect of like the TFT element of things is really hard to understand unless you walk a mile in it, in their shoes. Anyways, what board is this? This is the board we played. I would probably say this is the third patch of the set, or the third major patch. When Fast 9 became a thing, this build of Varus was the ideal board. You would play, because Varus was buffed significantly. And so he was OP, and Twisted Fate was not that OP. Zyra was not that OP at the time. I don't even think Zyra and Twisted Fate are that OP right now. They're just good units. But Varus was overtuned, so you would Fast 9, and you would play this because Crystal Gambit also gave pretty decent cash out as well. And so it was a way to tie in some of the best units in the game. Cassante was even better than he is now. Cassante is still one of the best 4-cost tanks they've ever made, period. And he was even better a few patches ago because they've been slowly but surely chipping away at him. You played Jarvan, a great stun. You would play all this high-value units. And so this was the board to cap out. I remember one patch, it was purely like who could get to Fast 9 Varus as fast as they could. And there would legitimately be 3 players per lobby trying to play this board. And it was only Fast 9 Varus. Sorry, I meant the arena board. Oh. Oh, you don't even care about the meta. Okay, just kidding. Sorry, for a second, I thought you guys wanted to talk about the game. Never mind. I thought you guys wanted to talk about the game. Ironbog was the king of that patch. A lot of people call it the Ironbog Fast 9 because the Ironbog, I believe he was the one who really popularized it. I don't know if he invented it, but he was the one who really found his way to this board almost every game, and he was capping it out and running a lot. Was it a Cup 1 patch? This might have been Cup 1 patch of the set, if I remember correctly. It still looks like it's good. It's interesting to see because most people have the impression that Fast 9, if you look at the tier list, right? Most people have the impression that Fast 9 is mostly driven by these kind of comps. Bastions, Juggernauts, Lee Sin, and they're right to a certain extent. Even other elements like this Edgelord composition is Fast 9-ish because you kind of need to play around Braum and hit like the Lee Sins and everything like that. And so we have this Varus variation that's in low B, but it's still good. The reason why those compositions aren't more popular is because they aren't as consistent and stable. But if you hit the entire board, like you hit this entire board, it's really good. You win. You win the game. How come you're just watching other people today? This guy's 2 off Samira. I think watching TFT is really fun. These are also the world's players for this coming weekend, and I think it's important to observe and watch the pro level play. Also, you're watching other people on TFT or in the TFT category, and isn't the point of someone like you who's coming in chat asking why are you watching other people play? You should understand why, because I want to learn as well. If you're a person that only plays TFT and you never watch other people play, you probably are hard limiting your own growth. This is me trying to improve at the patch because I'm learning what other people are doing and observing what's happening, seeing what's working. And so you're getting an inside view of the process of how I improve at the patch. I could just simply grind and play games and look up stats and things like that as I'm playing, but that's a very incomplete approach to the game. So,
man, I'm getting more dogged again.
His item quality is insane. Well, part of it's been very deliberate because he knew he was Fast 9. If you know you're Fast 9ing, you can slam only items for the Fast 9. He took triple econ, time skip, explosive scope, invested. He knew he was going to Fast 9 for a long time. When you know exactly where your end game is going to land guaranteed, he can focus on making item quality that keeps him both flexible and very, very strong. So an example could be slamming Rageblade. Like, Rageblade will always be on Twisted Fate. And then he can slam Shojin. That Shojin can go on any backliner, not just Varus, but it could go on a Zyra. It can go on a Seraphine. And he'll be in a pretty good spot. He also played super loose streak. He doesn't even have to slam items as well. He's going to 10 soon. August for 22 months. Another thing to pay attention to, by the way, is Travis's third augment, Sniper Circlet. The fact that he took a sniper emblem and played it on Volibear. I mean, we were looking at stats before earlier, like how good Rageblade is on Volibear. How good is Sniper Emblem on this guy? That is. Hold on, let me reduce this. Yeah, it's not terrible, right? Volibear Jinx. It's not terrible. Yeah, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. How much damage do you get per X? 9? 7. And he's only going to be +3. So, yeah, it's... Okay, it's not that great, the more I think about it, because he only has 3 hex range. If he had a little bit more, it'd be comparable to some of the damage amp items, but now he's only getting, what? 21, 14 because he's 2 hexes away. That was 4 Edgelord Volibear. Oh. Sorry, I had the Edgelord sniper. Oh, it's a lot better. It's a lot better. So I just play Volibear Jinx as a general setup. And it does look like it's a lot better. You're right. And that is why it's important that you look at data a little bit closer. You gotta squint. You gotta furl your brows. It's 25 plus 21. It's not 21% though. It's every hex between them. So it's 2 hexes. Because he's 3 hex range, right? If a unit's standing here, Volibear's here, it's only 2 hex. So it's 14. 14 plus 25, which is 39. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would say it's not insane, though, but it's pretty good. The good thing, though, is that he's safe, but he also kind of jumps into the fray. Either way, I think this is a pretty competitive board. He's not really playing any 2-star 5 costs, and I feel as if this was a good outcome. Is it good? Yeah, it looks solid. It's not something that I believe you click on 2-1 and you click a sniper's emblem and you're saying, oh my god, I'm Volibear this game. You hit Volibear 1 and you win the game. It's very rare that we're at a point of the set where that even happens. I can't even remember the last time that happened. That probably... The last time that happened might have been in a set from a year or 2 ago. I don't remember the last time at the end of a set where you click an emblem to put on a specific champion and then you like hard force no matter what, and then it's super busted. That's definitely happened at the beginning or even the middle parts of the set, but like for a Worlds patch, probably not. What do you mean Worlds in Spain on Tuesday? Well, I have to fly to Spain. And that takes a day. I arrive on Wednesday. Thursday, we film. Thursday, we're filming something that might be relevant for the future. Can't really remember anything else besides that. Thursday, we're filming something. And then Friday, we're playing Worlds. Double61 wins out. Why is Double always winning when I watch a tournament? Because he is arguably the TFT GOAT. No, he's not. I don't think he is. But if he wins another world championship, I'm pretty sure he's right there. Just think about it. People were so busy talking about title and dish soap and title and dish soap. They ignored the Double61. If he just wins the second one, you look at his body of work, it's more impressive than the other guys. What happened with Replay? Did he quit the game? Yeah, basically. Replay won the world championship. The timeline is Replay won set 8 worlds. And then he tried getting into TFT as a full-time thing. He quit his job. He tried to become a streamer, realized he hated streaming. Not every competitive player likes streaming in general, not only because of putting themselves out there, but also because of the dynamics related around content creation. And then he realized that long-term, he wouldn't be happy or successful at just being a TFT pro player. And so he basically decided to look for a job and slowly transition out. So I think YBY is, at least for now, he's done for TFT. Maybe down the road in years' time. The thing about strategy games that's pretty funny is that they can always come back. It's not like League of Legends or Counter-Strike or Dota or Rocket League or some of these other games where the pros all of a sudden 5, even 10 years later come back and they can compete at the same level. Unless you're Faker, I guess. But even then, Faker's been engaged the entire time. He's been playing for 13 years. It's really impressive. But I would say that it wouldn't surprise me if Replay works for another 10 years, makes an incredibly lucrative amount of money because he's a very talented, smart individual. Because I think he was in quant trading, which, by the way, a lot of top-level players in TFT have actually either exited TFT to do that or have left that to do TFT. Something about numbers and being a genius and high IQ just translates that well to TFT. And so it wouldn't surprise me if he came back in 10 years and then won another world championship if he just said, hey, I'm bored and now I'm set for life, so I'm just going to try TFT. Faker is a TFT GOAT. He plays the harder version. You say that, but the only memory I have of Faker playing TFT is when he did a roll down and accidentally sold his 3-star carry. I mean, you say, oh my God, Faker would destroy in TFT, and he probably would, but the only clip that I've ever seen of Faker that stands out to me was when he accidentally, in the middle of trying to spend his gold, sold his 3-star unit, which is not what he wanted. Starfall, is that pickable at all? I mean, he has items for it, but I'm pretty sure this augment's terrible, so I would probably take Heroic Grab Bag or Cooking Pot here. Cooking Pot, with his setup, what can he do? Sorcerer or an Execution Emblem? You can start stacking Darius, so you'd probably play Cooking Pot into Darius if you're YBY here. Otherwise, I'm taking Heroic Grab Bag and playing into Malzahar. The other question is, would you ever Heroic Grab Bag and rip it here? You can go Darius too. Well, too late now. So he's gonna play his best board, but he did take the same line of thought. It's whatever kills. Mage, okay. Portable Forge into ooh, $3 tank. $3 tank. Uh-oh. Drift Duo? Oh, Drift Duo. I didn't think about Drift Duo. Could he play Drift Duo? He could, actually. He does have Lucian Pair. I've seen people play Stars Were Born Drift Duo. Heroic Grab Bag Drift Duo could also work, too. Yeah, I can see that. Wow, he definitely could do that. He definitely can do that. Yeah, that's a line that I didn't see. There's a time when Pro League players retire to TFT. They will. They will. That's actually the pipeline. If you think about it, once League of Legends players are done playing, some of these League players are going to very quickly realize they don't have any transferable skills. A lot of League pros have over-indexed into being very good at League of Legends and pro gaming and pretty much nothing else. They have nothing to offer society. There's no exchangeable skills they could use for gainful employment. So they're going to have to realize after they go back to League of Legends, because that's the only thing they've ever been good at in their life, like, well, what else can I do? I can't compete. Oh, wait, TFT, this game mode. I can pursue that. And that's where we welcome them with open arms. Like, oh yeah, of course. Come join us. Come sit down. With Lock It on Garen, you don't go for Garen 3? You can. I've seen people go for Garen 3, but I would say that it would be something that you collect over time. Who has the Garen 3? I would say that if you're Bensac, you would reroll for whatever else you would play. Either you would either reroll on for Katarina, or you reroll for level 8 for Yumi. I guess calling it a reroll on level 8 is not exactly an accurate description of how people colloquially use the term reroll. You would roll on 8. And if you collect Garen 3 over time, you can, but I wouldn't make it the priority. The TFT retirement plan is true. And then the TFT retirement plan for washed TFT players is Riftbound. You suck at TFT and you have no other future prospects of it, you can always just play Riftbound. It's all good. An even less mechanical, a less demanding game. Equal game of variance. By the way, Riftbound meta is also terrible. How is it, by the way, Nuko, thank you for the 2 months. How is it, by the way, that right now in every Riot game that I play, the meta is just so awful? I don't understand. The meta's actually not even that bad in set 15, but the journey of set 15 has not been great. But when I was looking at Riftbound decks, I'm looking at it right now, and it's just all Kaisa and Master Yi decks. And it's like, what is going on here? I played 2x KO, and it's just all Teemo, Echo, Yasuo, and Ahri. What is going on here, man? These new games are just, yeah. I mean, part of it's just new game problems. When Lorcana released, it was like one deck, right? And I'm sure that also was the case with One Piece recently. I didn't play much of One Piece TCG, but I know that Riftbound borrowed some ideas from it. But TFT has transferable skills. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna actually put something out there. I think TFT as a game provides some of the most transferable skills of any pro gamer to life. And I don't even think it's particularly close. You know why? Because to get good at TFT requires you to actively use your brain to like study things. You have to do homework. You have to learn how to do homework, because learning TFT means learning to love to do homework. If you want to climb.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
You have to learn how to research. You have to also, to get better at the game, you have to talk to people, which means you have to develop social skills to a certain degree, except not everyone has those skills. But if you have zero social skills, you probably are not going to get into the TFT circles, so you have to develop some social skills. Board, thank you for 12 months. Setsi? Trust me, when Setsuko was younger, when he was set 4, set 5, set 6 Setsuko, his social skills are nowhere near as developed as they are now. He's grown. I know that sounds ridiculous as a claim in general, but he's grown up a lot in the past few years relative to where he was before. And even Setsuko has learned a lot of things about sociability and things like that, if that's even a word. I know that because I boot camped with him. I hung out with him for 2 weeks. You guys think that he's actually, believe it or not, off stream, he's actually, generally speaking, a pretty considerate person and understands things, social dynamics, like at least way better than Milk. I mean, I spent weeks with both of these guys, and you just have to believe me. You just have to believe me on this one. It's not propaganda, man. It's just truth. It's just facts. I'm just laying down. I'm just dropping knowledge bombs. Okay, so what do we have here? So Cam's streaking with 4 Soul Fighter. YBY also streaking with Mech, doing a really good job with it. I mean, Mech is still a good opener, so it makes sense. Now he has IE. So he could actually play into... So the interesting thing is that a lot of Mech lines right now struggle to get into late game, but you can also just theoretically stay in Mech and play Volibear and other things like that right now. He makes TG interesting. I guess because IE is not a particularly strong item on anybody here except for maybe Gangplank. So he just makes the Thief's Gloves. But I've seen people just play Mentor Mech. I've seen people just play 7 Mech. I've seen people just play Mech Core into Fast 9 and transition over into Juggernaut Lee Sin. They hold, you know, copies of Fury. They hold Aatroxes. They transition over to Juggernaut that way. You could definitely play Mech Core into that. Did you just call Milk autistic? I did not. I think you are, and also he has taken an autism test and has scored very high on the autism spectrum. And then he linked it to us and said, do you guys think I'm autistic? And he like linked this results thing. And then everyone was like, nah. And I sat there and I said, well, you know, regardless of the results of this, does it make you feel like, how does it make you feel? Like, do you feel like more understood? Do you feel like offended? Like, how do you actually feel about these things? But everyone was like, nah, don't worry, man. These tests are fake. And the first thing that I was trying to say is there's nothing wrong with this. Like, like, you might think that being labeled or being called autistic is like an insult or a derogatory thing, maybe even like a slur, but there's nothing wrong with this. If you, like, my wife has scored high on the autism test. I don't think that's a big problem. I've never taken it. Maybe I would score high on it. Who knows? I don't really think, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't even think the conversations around that should be framed as a way as if it's a bad thing. Okay, he lost. I mean, he lost to Lucian 3. YBY rolled for Lucian. He used 1 dupe. I should have looked at his roll down. But yeah, drift duos. This looks like a drift duos game for YBY. Buy or sale. Oh, Bensac is re-rolling for Garen. Oh wow, he actually is. No, he's not. He's not. He used only 1 reroll. Oh no, but he's so poor. Oh, he did. Wait. Okay. Never mind. He is rerolling for Garen 3 then. He's rerolling for Garen 3 with Locket. And he's gonna incidentally pick up Katarina as well. Okay, that's interesting. I've seen this strategy a couple times, but I've also seen people just push levels as well. You know, one of the more interesting things that I've experienced when it comes to TFT community is meeting other TFT gamers at other gaming events. Earlier this year, I traveled to Austin for the CS2 major, and I had multiple people come up to me, talked about TFT, and multiple people have said that they, and I'm quoting them, that it is their outlet for their autism. They've specifically said that. They're like, when it comes to numbers, I'm like very autistic about it. And they said it feels like a really good outlet for me because they're Counter-Strike fans. Like, I don't really get to use that aspect of it when I play CS. I thought, and they were like telling me that, and I was like, well, that's really interesting. I never like, no one's ever framed it to me as that. And I had 2 people say that. Anyways, who cares? What do you think of K3 Soj behavior last regionals? You mean this regionals in set 15, or do you mean set 14? We're talking about this set, right? In set 15, what do I think about it? It's about standard. Soju rolls up the regionals, didn't get the result he wanted, and complained about it some, and then ended his stream. That it's just I guess it's just another Tuesday. He just does the same thing that he always does. I think it's disappointing that he didn't follow through, but it's disappointing in the way that you just want, like, because you're a fan of him, because you want him to put his best foot forward, you want him to do well. By the way, Terry is screwed. He rolled at 7. He's on 1-star Malzahar, 1-star Jace, 10 gold, treasure hunt. He's in a bad spot. I looked at his roll down, looks awful. You want Soju to do well because this is the best that he's ever performed in on the regular season. He came in as the #1 seed, and you would think this is his set. It's disappointing from that lens, but Soju never has competed for like the glory. I mean, part of it is the glory, actually. but he's competing because it's fun, and when it stops being fun, he stops doing it, and that's sort of been his North Star. That's been his compass. That's been his mantra for a while. If it's not fun, I'm just gonna stop doing it, and he just wasn't having fun. So I think that's completely understandable. And it's one of those things I keep saying, that if you want people for the long run, if you evaluate TFT as something for the long run, if you want people like me to keep doing what I'm doing, if you want people like Disrupt to keep competing, if you want Soju to keep streaming, so on and so forth, then making sure to prioritize the mental health aspect of things, like making sure that you're having fun and you're enjoying it, is really, really important from the long term. If you want to see that, and that actually applies to everybody as well. Like when Mortdog was going through his arc of being a content creator while being the lead dev and being the PR team and being the social media manager and being like one of the central figures of the esports scene as well, when Mort was doing like all of that, I told him on multiple occasions, like, you better be careful, man. Like, you're doing so much, and obviously the reward of it probably feels great, but you're also doing like way too much, man. And more would always be like, yeah, I know, and the whole thing, right? But it was me telling him stuff that he already knew. I didn't want to like talk down to him. He's a grown ass man. He knows him. He knows what I'm talking about. But he was doing too much. So with Soju, it's the same thing, right? People define so much or too much in different ways, but you can't really fault someone for wanting to make sure that they prioritize their mental health. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stay loyal to whatever, right? Maybe you're like, well, that's it. I'm no longer like a Soju fan. And it's like, okay, sure, you could do that. Or a believer, rather. Maybe you're a fan, but you're not a believer. Did he miss Worlds? Yeah, he missed Worlds, but it's not. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. He did really well this set. Overall, he should sit back and reflect on this set, and in due time, he'll come to the same conclusion that it was ultimately a good set for him, and he should be really proud of the way he played the regular season. Okay, what is Cambulee? What is Cambulee trying to play here? Pyromaniac, Titanic Titan, Crown Guard, Red Buff, Thorn-Plated Vest. This is definitely a AD game. It looks like he's holding Juggernauts on the bench. He might be trying to think about Juggernaut Fast 9 because he has Crystal Gambit in. So if he does, he has Pyromaniac. Oh, wow. What's interesting about this setup for Cam is if he's trying to play around Twisted Fate, he already has Red Buff. And I wonder if that changes any dynamics. Is it Sponging? Sponging has a lot of synergy with deep verticals. So if you play Sponging like Bastions, you can have 6 Warmogs. Pretty good. He also might just play Soul Fighters, right? He could also just simply stay in Soul Fighters. Call it a day. What else do we have here? We have Belt Overflow, Janna, Invested Plus, YBY, win streaking, by the way. Drift Duo, Senna Lucian. It's interesting that he prioritized mana items. I've been told that Lucian... I've been told by both sides that Lucian likes the mana and Lucian doesn't need mana when he has Drift Duo. And my conclusion, based off of hearing that and looking at the stats, is it doesn't really matter. What matters is actually this, that you have Noxious Trap on Senna. I don't like his side hustle. I hope he doesn't go wrong path with it. Yeah, so, oh, you mean Soju gambling? No, Soju's actually really smart about it. Actually, Terry brought it back. He almost has Smolder 3. Okay, we have Ash. This is Ash 1. Call the Chaos. 64 XP, so Iron Box going level 9. This looks like, to me, a variation of the Varus Fast 9. Because he has Rage Blade for TF and he has
Man,
Blue
I'm getting
and
more
IE for
dogged
Varus.
again.
It's the Iron Bog Fast 9. He also could just play Lee Sin as well, because blue buff Lee Sin with IE and BT, and then Rage Blade on TF. So he has options. Homo, thank you for the 24 months. Praying the next time mechanic is simpler to balance round. Same as well. You and me both, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for always being a big supporter. Soju is actually pretty smart about his gambling. He actually has the vast majority of his money with his dad. And he has to ask his dad for permission to get more money to gamble. And so he actually has a safeguard, believe it or not. It's very, very smart. He understands himself. He knows that he wants to gamble. So if he has somebody in there to basically say no. Can somebody tell me what 9.5 means on TFT Academy? It just means, yeah, level 9, 5 cost. It's just a shorthand term. We started calling it now because Fast 9 has sort of become an ambiguous term, because sometimes you Fast 9 to play around certain things, or sometimes you Fast 9 to play a trait. Like Mech is technically a Fast 9 comp, and yeah, you did want to play around Yone, but it was less about the 5 cost and more about the trait. Does he not make Lee Sin too here? Yeah, he does. You 100% make Lee Sin here. He's also about to cash out. Oh, he's 2 rounds from cashing out. I don't know if you can get away with that. If you lose 2 fights, so you lose 8 life guaranteed on base. Let's say you lose on average 4 to 5 rounds or 5 units because people are level 7 to 8. You actually might die.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Wow, great loss. Great loss. $3 Garen. Oh, we went Caitlyn 3. Oh, I like that. It feels awkward with the setup around Garen to try to play around Cat. And then he got called to Chaos. Wow, okay. When I say I like that, I mean, it's more like, I think it's interesting. I think Caitlyn kind of sucks, but I think it's interesting. Ironbog cashed out. Oh, wait. Oh, for some reason I thought he was... Oh, I'm stupid. Sorry. For some reason I thought Ironbog was going to play... I thought he had 2 rounds until his cash out. He had 1 round until his cash out, and this is totally fine. Also, that means I missed like the actual moment he cashed out. Sorry. My brain farted. Spectral Colors Lee Sin. When do we do tiers for Worlds? I think I'm going to do it with Greg on stream. It'll be our... So, for my co-stream... Bella, thank you so much for the prime, by the way. For the co-stream at Worlds, I don't have my production team. As you guys know, I usually, for regionals, I have the studio with the RBC. I do a full production. I have... producers come in, we do segments, we have pre-planned, you know, all these kinds of games and things like that. That's not happening for the World Championship because I'm going to be at Spain. They won't let me bring anyone besides one guest, and so I'm bringing T-Lides. So I have to think of segments to do, so that's going to be one thing that we do. T-Lides and I do a tier list. We'll post it on social media, so on and so forth. Spanish Greg, that's right. That's right. That's what the sub goal is. It's just it's to put a pillow underneath Greg's beautiful mustache. You see his hair yesterday. Oh, I did not. Do you have a screenshot of it? Who's got a cap? Who's got a cap of Greg with no cap? A romantic date with T-Lides. I mean, honestly, if we can figure out a way, maybe we'll do some content around Spain, but it's kind of hard to... Oh, it actually hit the entire board. It's actually it's hard to find a streaming setup for that. You have to plan like a lot, and the schedule is so rigorous. It would be like 1 day in Spain. He's not gonna make Last Whisper here or Even Shroud. Okay, Last Whisper. I prefer Even Shroud. Wow, actually, I think this is a mistake. I think Even Shroud's significantly better. because then you can actually put a power item on Smolder. Okay, he's losing the fast 9, so I don't think it matters because Ironbog is level 10. Holy cow. He's level 10, 2-star 5 cost. Jeez. It's stuff like this is why people say Ironbog is going to win the World Championship. Because when you give him the spot to convert something like this, he is going to, more often than not, get over the finish line. He has Zyra 2 just in the shop. You could just sell Vi, I suppose. Oh, no, he's one off. Do you lock this? You can sell Gnar plus Vi and play Zyra. I feel like that's worth. Oh, what did he sell? He sold something else. Anyways, I'm not a fan of the way Terry chose his items, but I think it won't matter very much for his placement. He sold Swing. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. So he has no Bastion? Oh, he's playing Lee Sin carry, so he needs Juggernaut in. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. Okay, that actually makes sense then. No, I see what he's saying. I see what you're trying to do, man. I just think Vi is not that good of a unit, though. $9 Garen. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Standalone. How much HP does Garen have? 2890. You know, that's not as high as I thought it was going to be. What is he looking for? he got off standalone just to get back on standalone. What's the best fruit for Garen? What's the best fruit for $3 Garen? Final boss, is it? Solar frontline final boss. I mean, I can see it. Standalone's the best? Well, he just unfruited it for standalone. Or rather, he had standalone, he got off of it, then got back on it. Cam struggling. Cam in general, I think, is NA's most consistent player. I would say that... Actually, no, Robin's pretty consistent as well. But Rob, you know, believe it or not, Robin has a reputation... Robin has a reputation for being really consistent from his earlier years. Over time, Robin has actually become a little bit more first or eighth. And what I mean by that is, I don't think his play style is necessarily play for 8th place or play for first place, but Robin tends to either do really well in tournaments or he exits in day 1. So I'll be intrigued to see how Robin does for his Worlds prep this time around. Okay, looks like Cam finally hit Seraphine too, but he needs a duo carry. The problem with Seraphine is that I think she leaves too many units alive just barely. So if you don't have a good duo carry, because if you don't kill them in one shot, what do you do until your next cast? You need someone to clean up. Final form is the best? You think so? What's Tarteman? Tarteman's just playing Star Guardian Jinx. So a lot of Fast 9, a lot of Star Guardian Jinx. Crystal Gambit Ash from Travis. Mentor Mech from Quintanilha. Quintanilha, by the way, is looking pretty decent in scrims today. Final form is the best. You can't hit final form though, because you have to commit to final form in stage 2. You can't actually get final form this late into the game. His chat makes fun of him when he plays a 4th place comp. Robin? I mean, that makes sense. But to be fair, I think Robin's chat makes fun of him for everything. There's basically 2 things that Robin chat does. It's one, they make fun of him for something, and the other is they type Robin walk whenever Robin wins. It's also because if Robin doesn't go first, he can't walk. He loses half his content. So he needs to. Robin needs to play first. Cam is dead. I think it took too long for him to get this level 9 up. And I also think his level 9 wasn't even that good. Don't they also type old? Oh yeah, but that was part of point 1. They make fun of him. I know it's crazy to think about, but Robin's not that old. I don't want to dispel the illusion, but Robin's actually not that old. There's many things and people older than Robin. Hey, Seraphine also got assassinated by Lee. Yeah. But like, I think that it was gonna be a tough matchup, even if he had to play it the regular way, like front to back. 7 mech. So you know what's interesting is if YBY bought 4s, even despite having a win streak into a drift duo's line. I mean, maybe the goal of this lobby was just the top 4, and he narrowly missed it, so a 5th is okay. And if he's playing for placements, it's fine. But I would say that on average, this is a disappointing finish because I expected more out of this drift duos comp. It could be his items. You know, I don't think double adaptive is that good on Lucian personally. So it could be that his items are kind of scuffed, but the Lee Sin. I would consider this to be a disappointing finish if he gets a 5th here. Trouble econ. Yeah, that's also an element of it as well. But now I have to ask, is there like a specific combat augment or item augment you're looking for? I guess you want to look at like things that, because how much is the mech carrying, right? In the past, when you were playing mech, you cared about giant and mighty. You cared about like Lotus or other things like that for the mech and different variations of it. So is there anything for drift duo specifically that you feel like is really good? My dad is 36 and Robin is 33. I mean, they're still both younger than a lot of other people though. Like 33 is not that old. And believe it or not, one day in the future, you are going to be 33. I mean, I hope you eventually get there. I mean, most of you will. But I would say that like one day you will be 33. And you are not going to be old. Have you tried Set 16 PB yet? No. Because Set 16 PB is not out yet. Can't kill Garen. So Mentor Mech top 4s. Oh! Never mind. Wow. Wow. Quintanilha took a massive loss. I thought he was going to guarantee top 4, but... Probably dumb question. How are you supposed to kill a $9 Garen? So, Ironbog is going to assassinate backline. And Garen can't 1v9. So kill the backline, focus on the Garen. The other thing is just have very, very high single target burst. A big problem with some of the champions is that they like Varus AoEs everything, right? He's not trying to one-shot things. But Lee Sin's a good one-shot target. And then you also have something like Braum. Braum can displace the Garen. So, and that stuns him, right? CC is also a good tool. So yeah, now basically does everything. He focused on killing the backline, and now he's gonna try to gang up on the Garen. And Garen is single target as well, and now he's wasting all of his damage on a Cassante. So yeah, it's like a very, very long attrition fight, but Like, he'll eventually kill it. It's just, it'll take a while. Oh my god, man. 5,000 HP. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. The Garen tanks a lot, but the whole team dies and then you just gang up on them. It's like last year, Frodan will playtest during Worlds. Oh, I can talk about it since it happened. Yeah, I playtested last at Worlds, but who knows what happens this one. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I mean, probably not. And if so, I wouldn't tell you guys. And if so, I wouldn't even know if that's the case. So yeah, it probably won't happen. If there's one thing that I've ever learned about Riot is that they tend to not repeat decisions that they've made in the past. Mm-hmm. We're going for Varus 3, by the way. He has 7 Varus. 7 Varus, 6 Broms. Whoa, look at this. Look at this Brom, by the way. Mana Zane, Horizon Focus, blue buff. If he gets Varus 3, that'd be pretty exciting. And Bensac. Wow, that's a second. I mean, that's a good second, right? Would you not consider this a good second? I would. I would. All right. Wait, he's one off Varus 3. No, he sold his Varus. Oh, it's because this guy's a Varus. Oh, Bensac, come on, man. Bensac, come on, man. Oh. Bedge. How do you know it's not a first? Oh, you just know. You just know, man. If you know, you know. IYKYK. Wait a second. Lee Sin's about to die. Oh, no. He lived. Wait, is attack ordering? Oh, if Garen actually killed the... If Garen actually went and killed the Lee Sin. Because Garen could have turned around and focused the Lee Sin. But the Cassante took a long time. I think this is a tie. Oh no, just barely. You know, honestly, I felt kind of close. That was closer than I expected, right? Yeah. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to? So we watched a few games of Scrims to warm up the brain. You guys want more Scrims, or do you guys want to hop into some ranked games? It looks like this is like the final lobby. Like they're kind of thinning out a little bit. Looks like they're thinning out. Also, I don't even know if I can spectate because I think I was spectating off of Travis because he didn't have a private profile. Let's pull. All right, I'll join this. I'm gonna run ads between games. Worlds, Scrim, or ranked. Type 1 for Scrims, 2 for ranked. I'm gonna run ads while we get into the game. When we come back, we'll find out what you guys want. BRB. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. I was also having a quick protein bite. I don't have a New Year's resolution. for next year yet, but I think one of them, the leading contenders, I want to stand up more. You know, the whole like, oh, I just want to drink more water or whatever. I think mine's I want to stand up more. All right. Okay. Looks like most people are saying scrims. So we'll go with scrims for a bit. And then don't worry, like we'll eventually get to ranked. They're not gonna scrim the entire day. Oh, we have Flancy. We have CN in the house. Flancy is, I think he might be my favorite CN player in general. And also, I don't know if you guys know, but Flancy is also rank 1 in NA. Look at these stats. In 300 games, 73% top 4 rate. He just absolutely stomps NA. Like, rank 1 has been held by Flancy for a little bit of time now. I know that not a lot of people are playing ladder, but, I mean, still impressive, right? When is TFT Worlds? This Friday. This Friday. Perfect form. How about you take branching out? Let's see. He does have Aatrox too. I think branching out is pretty good here actually. I don't like perfect form. I don't like training rewards, so I think I'm taking branching out. Boom. Sword +1. You can't reforge. Okay. Thorx game. We got Jdzielinski in the house. He's got AFK. We got Efficient Shopper. Oh, interesting. Efficient Shopper with a 2-star opener. Really interesting. Because Efficient Shopper sort of encourages you to lose streak. That way you can get first pick on carousel to get a second copy of this. This is an interesting thing. My understanding of this augment is that it's a lot better when you lose streak, but he's taking it off of win streak. Or he's slamming his items. And he has upgrades. Really interesting. He probably thinks he's not going to win every fight, though, because he has 2 stars with slammed items, but he doesn't have, like, upgraded frontline. So he probably thinks that he might, like, win, lose straight down. But I'm interested by it. Did Summer Timer not get an invite? No, he should be back. Shouldn't he? Unless, did he, wait, what? I'm looking at the player list. I don't see Summer Timer. Unless, did they change the format that the world champ doesn't get invited back? I thought no matter what, the world champion gets invited back. So I thought, interesting. You got 32nd. You got 32nd at the pro circuit. You saying he went last in the pro circuit? Did he really? Oh, let me see. They changed it, and now they don't get invited back. Oh. You know, I didn't follow the APAC circuit nearly as much as I probably should have. Well, that sucks. Asia. So, let me actually look it back. Now I'm curious. Now I'm very curious. Okay, so this is APAC regionals. This is our reigning world champion. People don't know what's going on. We're talking about our reigning world champion. Terry won. Sheepstick Jazz Latte without you, right? Ironbog 9th. Auto qualified. Yatsuhashi. Overall standings. Around. So. Where's Summer Timer? Summer Timer. I guess figuring out his overall results. Wow, he got 31st. So he's out then. He went 31st. So he went out. He got eliminated regionals and he's also out of tier 1. Oh, that's crazy. Do you guys feel like they relegate too aggressively for pro circuit for TPC? I think they are. I think it's like a little bit too aggressive, just like a touch. Just a touch aggressive. It wouldn't have saved Summer Timer, but I think it's like a little bit too much. You don't want to make it so that the people like the replays and the milks of the world can coast with no effort, but it's also like a little too aggressive. Hi, Frodan. This set was my first ever, and I just hit Masters in 2 months on EU within 265 games. Is that considered good? That's pretty good, yeah. You know what's important though is if you consider that pretty good, because TFT is about your personal journey. Who cares about what other people think, man? Pandora's mentioned the caps. Okay. Oh, Silver Destiny to 9,000 volts, but he already has Kennen too, so I guess that's not that bad. I'm pretty sure this augment definitely has tech though. Oh, actually, this is one of them. I was gonna say one of the powers that people talk about that's good for this hero augment is Supreme Surge, and I've never actually seen it pop off. But I've been told multiple times, so this would be an interesting thing to pay attention to this game. If this power up actually is as good as advertised. However, I think it's only good once you get everything online. Like early game is not doing much, right? Because he's not getting the kills, so it might look bad for a while. But I was told that it's actually a good power up for Kennen. We'll see. 16 would be correct. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm talking to I'm gonna meet up with Riot Esports at Worlds in Spain, and one of them said like, "Oh, give me some feedback for TPC," and I said, "I'll tell you in person at Worlds." That's gonna be one of the points I give them. I'm gonna say, I don't think they should like keep 20. That sounds wrong to me. 20 at 32. That makes it like too easy. But I think 12 is too few. So it's probably 14 or 16. Because you do want the cups to feel like they matter, but right now they matter like too much, if that makes sense. Because of the way it's incentivized, it's almost like the people that qualified to week 2 of regionals, that's what they care about almost more than the world spots, because you saw what happened, right? Soju and Setsuko and Precedent and all of them. Actually, Precedent still worked pretty hard. But like once they qualified for week 2 and they knew that their spot for TPC was safe, they kind of like, for them, that was like the prize. And because they didn't enjoy the set, they just like stopped prepping and they didn't really practice that much for regionals, as much as they should at least. But that was because like they spent all their energy and time and effort trying to focus so hard to make sure that they could get the top 12 spots. What are the odds America has better AVP than EU at Worlds? America's has better AVP than EU. I would say the odds are pretty low. I would say that right now the strength of the EU lineup is pretty high, and I would say the strength of the America's lineup is definitely not as good as last set. I'd probably say it's on the weaker side of things right now. On paper, that could always change. So I would say that it's probably like a 3-to-1, 4-to-1 odds. No, probably never, nothing in TFT is ever like that. It's probably 3-to-1. I'd probably say like 70-30, 75-25. I've gotten a couple cheeky win streaks in stage 2 and 3. Supreme Surge, Hero Augment Kennen. It helps him cast quickly. That makes sense. It falls off late game. Well, the Kennen Hero Augment in general falls off late game, so. It takes the preemptive protection. I'm under the impression that this augment is not very good. So we'll see. Cam, looks like he took a long time to decide before he rolled, so he looks like he's just figuring it out. Vision Shopper, Epoch, Yasuo too. For Tarteman. We got Quicksilver Slam for YBY. Interesting. He has like Rage Blade on the bench. And he slams Quicksilver. Playing around Kaisa. I guess is it Kali? It looks like it's pumping up with Bronze for life. And Quicksilver is like the first item. Like, who actually wants Quicksilver? And he has open bow, so it's probably a Kali then. And then we have Katarina. Replay approved. You know, Aldo, you get to make that joke for like a few more months before people stop understanding what you're saying. They're like, what? And then like in a year from now, people are not going to know who the hell you're talking about. Replay, like what? Which makes me sad, but yeah. Sorcerer +1 for Flancy, still looking kind of mid. The win rate, the WR says that Akali is back in the meta. Yeah, so I personally am not an Akali believer, but I think on ladder it always does well for the same reason why Spectral Cutlass always looks like the best artifact in the game, alongside whatever's the Crystal Gambit cash out. If you ever like factor every cash out mechanic and you factor out whatever's like peak of the meta, so let's say, you know, Sniper's Focus Viego or something like that was the best comp in the game, or Luden Zari. If that's not in the game, one of the most consistently high AVP items in the game every set was Spectral Cutlass, because it backline cheeses and it always catches people off guard in solo queue. I really like Rocket Grab, but we'll see if he keeps that. Goes resistant. Okay. Maybe he doesn't feel like Rocket Grab makes sense in Storks. But I would say that Akali does a lot better in tournaments, or sorry, in ladder than tournaments. In tournaments, I think Akali is quite bad, but maybe YBY knows the tech. The problem is, if people know how to counterplay Akali does a lot. She's way less effective. Very, very. She just basically loses a lot of fights that she would have won otherwise. There is an aspect of counterplay. There's anti-Akali positioning, and then you can anti-Akali positioning. And believe it or not, there's actually one layer deeper for the other side as well, before it goes into a full circle. Well, if you just default position, you would have won. One thing that's kind of funny, though, is that people kind of just forget how to do that, because in TFT is like, everyone has a certain memory dump capacity where you can't really retain, like, not every player remembers everything about this entire set. A lot of people like flush things out of their system because they just can't really retain that information. So I wonder if you do have the 1 in whatever, the 1 in 20, the 1 in 30, the 1 in 50 Akali game, if people are going to just forget how to position around Akali, they get caught because they're just not used to practicing against it. This is Akali, by the way, for YBY. Mental stack. Yeah, a little bit of mental stack, but it's like the memory in general of Akali. Like, do you guys remember anti-Akali positioning? And then there's also one other X factor as well, which is, are these players going to be getting nervous on stage? Because for some people, it might be their first competition they ever play for TFT live at LAN. There's a lot of players who are just inexperienced at LAN, and they might feel the pressure. Especially if there's a lot of, you know, discomforts around it. The hard part isn't necessarily maybe even just playing TFT with other people watching or whatever, but the fact that you're just not comfortable. You're not eating the food that you have at home. You're not sleeping in your bed. You're not in your, you know, gamer setup chair, whatever. Magic roll. What's he gonna get? What's he gonna get? What's he gonna get? I think he wants components. He wants belts. Permanent HP. Okay. This is Iron Bog. Who is co-streaming Worlds with you? Who's co-streaming Worlds with me? Does anybody know? I have this guy. He's pretty well known because of his international background. People kind of thought that he was from Peru, but he's actually from Spain. That's right. You've guessed it. Spanish Greg. I think they need to stop creating champions that can jump to the back line, unless it's a hero augment unit. It would be more rare instead of letting a random 2 and 4 cost unit just be able to zap a back line. You know, I don't know if I agree with that. I think that would make the game very stale. Wait, really? Greg? Yes, the Greg. You may have seen him shitposting on Twitter, or you maybe watched him running down on the Rift. Same guy. Ooh, Yasuo killed the Janna. Okay, so Janna here getting cooked a little bit. Tarteman playing, he played a really interesting setup here into Yasuo. I think he's trying to get to, is he actually rerolling, or is he trying to get to Volibear? That's what I want to know. JD. Okay, and then YBY. YBY was one of the players to pay attention to for sure. See how good a call he can do. That Brimstone of Valorant, the very one. How likely do you think they're to stick to reprip commitment? The announcements have me concerned. What's the concern? Not going to 8 now. You're going to wait 1. Okay. Let's see. Quintanillia. This dude is the cat merchant. Loves cat. This guy plays Battle Academia in so many of his games. Magic roll. Permanent HP for this guy as well. Iron Bog. Guy has components. Water lowest for Cambulee. Cambulee has the Kennen 3. Actually, I want to watch a couple fights of the Supreme Surge. Let's see it. Who is in Worlds from famous streamers and players? So I would say the famous people are Robin Songs from Americas, from NA. He's probably the most prominent NA person. I would say from APAC, it's YBY and Ironbog. I would say from EU, it's Double61, the Set 3 World Champion. And then there's also well-known players who have made it really far. I believe Dasik has made Final Lobby. White Jungler's got second at Worlds. And then from China, I would say the most prominent person is Flancy. Chitu also has won 2 regionals as well. He's a 2-time regionals winner. Hello. Oh. We've been doing this new thing where he sits on my neck. Or on my shoulders, yeah. Ooh. Would you like to gamble? Here, you can be the very first person that holds a Riftbound pack from my booster. Look at that. Oh, your very first gambling addiction. Card packs. Before he starts eating it. Here we go. Bye-bye. Mwah. He's so handsome. He's very cute. He's very cute. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Who's a Akali? Oh, YBY has a Akali 2 instantly. Boom. What the heck? I just look over for 1 turn. This guy has a Akali 2, Jarvan 2. Cassante pair. Cam is not happy in his chat. What happened? Sorry, I missed that. Oh, because he can't find Cassante. Uh-oh. He might be cooked. There's too many Cassantes out of the pool. Can you post that link with the participant? It's a command. You just type !worlds. It's in my title as well if you ever forget. Yeah, Bensac looks dead. Will a child get a purple hair? Yeah, that's exactly how genetics works. Okay, after this game, let's open up a Riftbound booster, shall we? Anybody want to gamble? This is 14 plus. Oh God, I gave my son mature content. It says 14 plus on the thing. Do not open unless it's 14 plus. Yikes. Is this a scrim? Yeah, this is a scrim. From the world's players. Straight to jail. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna sit down. Oh, I stood for like 10 minutes. That's enough standing for today. Oh, that's how you know you're old. You're not old because you're 33. You're old because you stand for 10 minutes and then your lower back starts to ache. Okay, Bensac went to 9. Titanic Hydra Poppy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, you don't deadlift often enough? Yeah, probably. I actually do all the other major exercises, but deadlift is like my least favorite exercise. I have all the major ones. I know that it's like the best overall to do, but it's my least favorite. Oh, he actually won with Titanic Poppy. Just kidding, he did not. I squat every day in the gym. I squat. Every time I go to the gym, no matter what I do, I always squat. And then every now and then I bench and do other stuff, but I always squat. I just don't like deadlifting. Deadlift sucks. Oh, it just feels so, it just you know what the problem is with deadlifting? You know what the problem is with deadlifting? It's almost fundamentally incompatible with being an active dad, physical dad with your infant son. Because once you do deadlifts, and if you do deadlifts to like get, you know, max out and everything, like not like max out in terms of doing one rep maxes, it's more like once you do enough where you feel that tightness and that stiff and that fatigue, it's kind of dangerous to try and like, you know, lift your son and do like a bunch of stuff with it. It kind of like, I remember at one time I did that. Bensac's dead. And not that I was like gonna drop it or anything like that, but I felt like a sharp twinge. I was like, oh my god, I shouldn't do that again. And so I basically stopped deadlifting because if I push myself to like actually deadlift in a way that I would want to, which is to push myself to fatigue and everything like that, it's like kind of hard to do dad stuff. But I could do lower weight. I could do lower weight and just like I could make it less. But the thing is, I just do other exercises. You guys are acting like you can't do anything else for your lower back. Like you're acting like I don't do exercise for my lower back. I remember Goobums. Goobums was, he came to my co-stream and was like talking about his fitness journey and stuff like that. And then he challenged me to a pull-up contest. Because he called me old and washed. And he's like, I've been working on my pull-ups. Let's do a pull-up contest. And let me just tell you, he still got cleared by my dad, my old dad unk ass. A lot of these young guns in chat think they probably could take me on. I'm way past my prime, and I would still clear you fucking nephews in chat. It sounds like when you actually did deadlift, you push yourself too hard. Yeah, probably. I probably should just do less. I just thought do less. That's all good. I benched 365. I mean, benching every day of the year is not even good for you, man. Okay, he has a collie too, and He lost a Tarteman. You don't know how to rest, man. You can't bench every day of the year. What TFT said, do you think you were the best player? Me? This set, because I only get better. I age like a fine wine. That's actually true, though. You should be getting better at TFT every set you play. Because you should be just building upon the skills and fundamentals of previous. And if not, that just means that you're either not putting in as much effort or you were never good to begin with. I can't bench the bar. I mean, that's okay. You can start with something. You can bench, let's just start with something. Like literally anything. Like you can bench your Riftbound booster packs. See? 1. Yeah, that wasn't a bench, but you get the idea. JD hit Lee Sin too. I don't have one of those. Well, you can bench. I mean, surely there's objects in your immediate vicinity, unless you're one of those people who literally have computer, desk, chair, and mattress, and you have white walls, beige carpet, and nothing else. Like, surely there's objects in your vicinity. And you know what? You also have your own body weights. Like, just do push-ups. Just do push-ups, man. Yeah, Kali's bot 4. I'm not a Kali believer, but I mean, if YBY gets a 5th here, that's probably fine. Given that it feels like he took pumping up into the Silver Destiny pumping up and took bronze for life. And I was like, yeah, it looks kind of like a sus Kali spot, but it's okay. Were you ever into Yu-Gi-Oh? Not competitively. I just collected some fun cards. I wonder if I can find it. I had some of the old like stuff that got banned, right? When I was a kid. I had a holographic Beaver Warrior. Me and Big B would clear my friends' decks because they didn't know how to play the game and I did. And it's funny because when you're kids and you know how to play the game and they don't, you win like every game. Especially because sometimes you can just lie and say, oh, the rules are actually like this. And they have to believe you because they don't play the game. So you could actually just lie about the rules as well. And when it was beneficial, and you could always win every game. They're like, damn, you're so good. I mean, what are they going to do? Say no? They don't know how to play. See, this is the thing. Cam's is positioned around Akali. We'll see if sometimes Akali doesn't matter though. Sometimes Akali still gets to the back line. Well, this is an instance where she killed everything else died, so it's pinning down to hold on, hold up. I think YBY might top 4. Are you competing in TFT? I played some of Tier 2 this set. I played in Tactician's Trials in the Cup. I got decently far. I almost made to the final day of the Cup. The final day of the Cup, if I got the final day and I placed top 8, I would have made it to regionals. Or actually, if I placed the top 10, I would have gotten to regionals. And I only missed the final day by like 1 point. So I did okay. The problem was I didn't get to prep for the tournament. The Tactician's Cup, I prepped for the trials and then the patch dropped, but I had to fly to LA to do a playtest for the Honkai Star Rail TFT game. Hoyoverse is making their own TFT version of their own. It's like TFT and Pokemon. And so I did I flew to do a play that, and I already had scheduled that. And so the patch dropped, and I didn't get to play it at all. So I literally just like loaded up into the Tactician's Cup with like no prep. And I almost made it day 3. Pretty decent. Doesn't that actually tell you a lot about Tier 2 though? These guys almost lost to a washed-up dad gamer with no prep on the patch. Or is it because of my amazing fundamentals? Who knows? Wow, YBY top 4. Cam went 5th from there. Dude, I'm pretty sure Quintanilha Augment's bad, but I also think this Augment's not very good. It like sounds good in theory, and then you kind of compare it to other things, and you just realize it's not even that good. But maybe Cam's items were not optimized. It looked like he played like Shojin Gunblade, which I don't think is this on Canon. And then maybe there's some other factors as well. Like I think it was hard for him to get Cassante. But I would say that on average, the Quintanilha Augment, it probably has its playable spots, but it doesn't look on average that good. Is it actually worth to play this Akali board with Bronze for Life? Yeah, it is. It's actually one of the best Bronze for Life boards in the game. He has 10 traits active. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not only is it 10, it's perfect synergies. Not a single open trait. Not a single open trait, not a single wasted stat line. Are you planning on competing again? Yeah, I think so. As long as tier 2 exists, I think it's fun. I think the thing about my TFT content is that I think I do a little bit of everything. I think I obviously watch and commentate the games. I also run my own fun events. I used to do podcasts. I think I still do, actually. I still do a podcast with Dish Soap, right? And I also compete. I think doing a little bit of everything is what makes TFT lifestyle pretty fun. Playing the game is super fun for sure. I'm going to play the game later today, maybe even after this game. But I also enjoy everything else. So competing is fun. I guess competing is also different from just laddering as well. Sometimes I'll play solo queue. I'll play PB viewer games. I'll compete. So yeah, bronze for this is the best bronze for life board. If this board is not good, it's not because of bronze for life. It's because the units themselves are not good. But you know, this is as good as it gets. 30% damage amp for your entire board is a lot. That is max stack Giant Slayer, right? Giant Slayer gives you 15% DA, and you get 15% more against tanks. It's guaranteed Giant Slayer levels of DA. That's pretty good. Hold on. Wait, Akali's actually winning against these fast. I kind of thought he was going to win, lose, and die out, but... What if every other competitor was also play testing the Honkai Star Rail Auto Battler? Were they now? I see. I mean, Hoyoverse does have infinite money, so that does seem something that could happen. They just pay every individual TFT player to stop playing TFT. Some people would actually accept that, though. In this economy, yeah. There would be a good amount of people that actually would, if you just pay them to play another game. Except for one person. I know one person, you couldn't pay them enough money to stop playing TFT. That person is 149 centimeters. Because that dude is still playing the set. Do you guys know that? He posted a Twitter thread. He crashed out. And he's like, what did he say? I'm done playing this set. Ram is pissing XDDDD, whatever, that guy. He's still playing the set. If I even recall correctly, he's even coaching players. He's still playing the set. He's still coaching players. He's still a challenger. I even think he competed in a tournament. You couldn't pay that guy enough money to quit TFT, man. Oh, by the way, apparently this patch, the Ramus pissing noise is back. I haven't personally encountered it, but allegedly This is JD. JD trying to close it out. He doesn't have like the capped TF board. In fact, it's arguable that maybe he should like have the items from TF onto somebody else. You could argue that it could be better on Braum, but wow, YBY gonna win? He went from like I think he's going bot 5 to win the game. Doesn't he have Lee Sin too? Wait a second, man. Okay, this is a good second. This is a good second. Wait a second, man. For a second, he made me think Akali was kind of busted. Yeah, I said it to myself. I'm waiting for set 16, and then the Riot Clan opens and IQ all of a sudden. That is the craziest bug, man. The game just queues itself. All right. Looks like we're waiting for the next scrim to start. While we wait, I figure I can open up my first Riftbound pack. So if you guys don't know, the new Riftbound trading card game is out, and I got sent some booster packs from Riot so I can gamble in front of all of you guys. But remember, kids, gambling is cringe unless you spend it on Riot products. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna open it up. Oh, the thing is, I've never done unboxing stuff, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm gonna try it. Here we go. I'm gonna do it very carefully. Okay, here we go. I'm not looking at it because I have to like show the camera, right? I have to show the camera. Okay, so first things first is I'm not looking at it. So I have a Brazen Buccaneer. This is a common card. We're looking for signature cards and over-numbered cards. Eager Apprentice, which is a blue card. While I'm in the battlefield, the energy cards for spells may be reduced, but okay. Common card. I have a Clockwork Keeper. It's a green card. After you play me, you may pay additional costs if you do draw one. Okay. I have Flurry of Blades. I believe you're guaranteed 2 rares and 1 epic or something, or maybe I'm misremembering. I have Rebuke. Okay, that's a removal card, I believe. Faithful Manufacturer. When you play me, play a recruit token. Basically, it's a paladin card. I have Arena Bar. Buff and exhausted friendly units. Okay, buffing is like give +1/+1. Thermo Beam. Kill all gear. Okay, kill all gear. Oh, it's Cythria. Isn't Cythria like isn't she one of the iconic characters from Runeterra? When you play another unit, buff me. Yes, ma'am. Captain Ferron. Other friendly units here have Assault. Assault is +1 whenever they're attackers. Okay. Watchful Sentry. This one's like a staple card, right? Draw 1. When I die, get the effect. Ooh, okay, so this is my foil. I have a foil Kiana. Oh, is that good? What does Kiana do? Opponents may pay 1 rune to choose me with a spell ability. Oh, she has a deflect. When I conquer, draw 1 or channel 1 more rune. So conquer means you take over a battlefield. It looks kind of cool. Very cool. And then, is that it? Do I have any more cards after this? Whoa, I have a cool Jinx as well. What the? Wait, this is actually sick. It's because Riot actually gave me a Jinx starter deck as well. They gave me the Jinx starter deck, and I was thinking about pulling up and playing Jinx in Houston. I'm playing in the first regional, and I heard that it's pretty. I heard that Jinx is pretty bad, but I might roll up and play some Jinx. So I think that's it, right? Is there anything else? Oh, and I get a token card. This is a token sprite card, and then a how to play Riftbound card. Boom. Oh crap! I think they started the game without me. Wait, can I join anyways? I don't think so. I think Quintanilha is spectating, right? How much is 1 box? It's crazy, man. The prices are actually crazy. Riftbound booster box. It's $270. Dude, thank you, Riot. They gave me 1 box. I could have just sold this. I could have just sold this and cashed out for $250. All right, but how much was it, Jinx? So I have Jinx. I have a holographic Jinx card. I don't even know what that is. It's probably worth like $5, something like that. Jinx in the Riftbound Jinx card game. Okay, look at this. The signature loose cannon card is $560. That's crazy, man. So the one I versioned up is $6. You know what's actually really cool? One thing very cool about Riftbound is that if you enter the tournament, they give a metal version of these legends to the best performing people of each legend deck. So if you go to a tournament, you can play for two things. You can play for the tournament win by playing the best deck, or you can be the best performing like Teemo of the tournament, and you get a metal special version of that if you're the best performing Teemo, or if you're the best performing Jinx, or you're the best performing Garen. And these are all bad decks, right? Like Jinx is not a good deck right now. Lux and Garen are not good decks, but if you go and you place top 400, but you're the best performing Lux player, you get a special card that's worth thousands of dollars, I guess. I don't know, maybe. The collectors are gonna really want it. Anyways, I can't get in, so you guys want to queue up some rank? I think we got the right idea. We watched like 3 hours of ranked. It's good enough. Or 3 hours of scrims. Why don't we head over to ranked and we'll play some games and chat can get the challenger. We're actually very, very close. We're like 1 or 2 games away. Riftbound League of Legends Arcane box set. Riftbound promotion. I have one of these. My plan is to give one to Levi and said I didn't invest in your college fund, but I got you this. We'll see. Also, Riot gave me something else too. Okay, you guys might be thinking, okay, cool, Riftbound cards, I don't care about it. But if you aren't jealous yet, check this out. They sent me a World 25 Riftbound League of Legends bundle. Man, that's pretty sick. So I'm probably going to open that right now. I don't even know what's in it. Oh, you hear that? That ASMR sound? Okay. Ooh. Wait a second. Holy cow. It's like his whole on. It's a box in a box. Oh. It's a box in a box. And I'm gonna have to be careful about it. It says like Worlds 25 on it. You guys see that? It says Worlds 25, and it shows all the locations like Beijing, Shanghai, Chengdu. Earn your legacy. I did watch the Worlds finals yesterday, but I fell asleep during it because I was really tired. I feel bad though. I fell asleep during game 2. Oh my god, actually it's like really high quality. Which is just standard. Oh, it folds open. And inside of it is... Oh, it's a promotional Teemo card. Oh, check this out. It's kind of similar to the Teemo card or the Jinx card I was opening up, but it's the Bandle Swift Scout Teemo. Very cute. And then a location card called Bandle Tree. So this is another thing about it, which is Riftbound has location cards that you play and you battle for. Okay, wow. And then they sent me a thank you card. Thanks from all of them. Okay, cool. Amazing. Wait, is that everything in the bundle? Is that it? There's nothing else? Let's queue up. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's very cool. I just want to make sure that I didn't like... Wow, this is a pretty elaborate box just for 2 cards. Yeah, you know what? Just toss it into the college fund for Levi. Yeah. Also, it smells very fancy. It smells like a new car, if that makes sense. It's 5 cards. Oh, it's 2 Teemos in the thing, and 3 locate. Oh, so no wonder it's like kind of thick. Kind of thick. You guys can't see it, but it's kind of thick. See that? So it's multiple location cards. They look really pretty. It's the card itself has Worlds 25 in it. I like don't want to open it. I don't want to open it, but it does look pretty sick. Yeah, Riot. Riot, take all my money. It's all good. All right, let's do it. I think I'm going to play some Riftbound tonight, actually. Well, tonight I'm going to celebrate my anniversary with my wife because our anniversary is in a couple days, but we're both going to be traveling. So we've decided to celebrate a little bit early. Early Jace. Oh, you guys, I kind of miss playing TFT. I don't know about you. TFT... When you play fighting games, you know what the #1 thing about fighting games that it just becomes glaringly obvious the more you play it? Let me sell this. Let me sell this real quick. I'm not playing around protectors. The #1 problem when you play fighting games and it becomes glaringly obvious is that it's your fault. You know why you lost? Because it's your fault. You just need to get better. And that just wears on you over time. After a while, I don't want it to be my fault anymore. I want to start blaming somebody else. So, yeah, I need to... That's why I miss TFT, man. It's... I can finally stop taking responsibility for my own losses. Janna. I will hold on to this instead. All right. I'm going to ditch last second save. And high voltage. Okay, you guys can vote on which augment I am going to pick. Is it 1, 2, or is it 3? Is it 1, 2, or 3? I have to be careful. All right, with these cards. All right, 3, 2, 1. Tower defense. Okay. Soul. I just sold one of my soul fighters, man. Unlucky. Unlucky. I would have had 4 soul fighter, which is pretty good. 3 soul fighter. I prefer to have Juggernaut in. I'll go Tiny Terror. I'll sell this. I will sell. I need to make gold. Sell Janna. I mean, it's probably just sell everything, really. You know what? If I slam Last Whisper, would I have won this fight? I don't know. Hard to say, right? Oh my gosh. What a hit. What a hit. That is incredible. That is incredible. Okay. It could be worse. I mean, this is actually one of the better ones. And believe it or not, this is one of the games where you could theoretically hit Prismatic Soul Fighter because you can get a Soul Fighter on 7. I'm going to go ahead and make Last Whisper, right? Brandon, do you have any tips for tournament prep? I'm going to play in a finale top 16 for Northern Legends. Yeah, I mean, I have generic ones and specific ones. Generic ones, make sure you don't over practice. Make sure you rest well, sleep, get a lot of sleep. Focus on things outside the game. So, because your mental and rest state is way more impactful than you might think it is. It's not worth studying stats for 1 more hour or queuing for 2 more hours. Or being like super mentally fatigued. It's not worth it. The second thing I would do is just find someone to talk about the game with and just bounce ideas off of. For Soul Fighter. And it could be a streamer if no one else will talk to you. Not me though. Too busy. I'll be flying to Spain, but talk to somebody else. But you could just talk to somebody about the game and bounce ideas off of them. Have a strong meta read. I mean, that's the usual stuff. And then just like don't stress too much about it, man. Just have fun. Just have fun. Focus on what's important, which is generally playing to the best of your ability. And if you yeah, maybe you could play and optimize more placements here and there, but if you feel like you did the best you could, that's what matters really. You'll always have another chance in TFT. Okay, so do I want to hold on to the Syndra? Not really. I'll hold on to Garen for the Bastion +1. And then Soul Fighter. So next unit I want to play is probably a Bastion unit. I was thinking about Shen, because Shen ties into Edgelords for Samira, but I can't afford it. Without at least sacrificing economy. My next item with rods. Rods are a little bit weird with Soul Fighter because they're good for Gwen, but you don't really want to like play for Gwen with it. I could just make Morello, for example. I can also make Crown Guard. Nothing wrong with that. Crown Guard's also good. Rageblade is also okay if I decide to play it on Volibear. I guess I'll just make Morello here. So I have my utility kind of taken care of, which is good. What do you think of the Sage Jam tournament with the new format with duos rather than the usual 1v1s? I liked it a lot. I thought that saved the tournament for me because I did not think the meta was very fun to play in. I think the meta in 2SK was like pretty bad, but I think duos made it feel way better. Way better. Is Sam Morello here? I think I win. Pretty sure I win. It's 5v4. 6v4 if you count my tower dummy. He does have 3 item slam, but it's Neferi 1. Okay. I just want to make sure. I think I win though. Just sheer number advantage is pretty good. If you stand last whisper, you can do Morello. Yeah, you could. It's just like you don't have to slam it to win. Most likely, I should slam it, but if you don't have to slam to win, you don't have to slam. I have a Leona. This technically is a little bit better, but I don't get to make as much gold. So I think I'd rather just play this to make sure I can make gold. I could also ditch. I can also play 4 Bastion. I think I'm just gonna do this because I want to guarantee 30. Guarantee 30 is like better, I think, on average. Level 5. I'll slam it now. It's Lucian 1. I think I'm favored, but it's whatever. You kind of need these items anyways. It's Lucian 1 though. I probably didn't need to do that. I will sell Garen.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
And now I'm pretty open to stuff. What champion did you wish you could play in 2SKO? The first champion I was trying to play for the slam was Ahri, but Ahri was so technically difficult. And this is not like a complaint, but I do feel like I was put in a spot in the slam where I didn't really get to explore. Grumpy, thank you for the prime. They put me. I'm brand new to 2SKO. I had like 10 hours in the game through training mode. I hadn't played a single online game really, and they put me in the 2 seed, and I didn't really know anything about the game, so I had to like learn very fast. And what I was worried about is if I had committed to Ahri, would be that I would be in a spot where I had to play Ahri, but I don't know what it's doing, and I would just get washed in every single game because she's too technical. And so I decided to learn I decided to say the first character that felt like it was clicking with me and I was like getting results with, I would commit to, and that was Warwick. And so I didn't even like play Warwick because I like wanted to. I mean, Warwick's a sick character. I like him, but I would say that I was like the easiest for me to learn and pick up to have impact because I was like brand new to the game. Everyone's doing 2x yeah, but it's different because the people at my seed. Should I make IE here? Play around tier? Probably. Better than Shojin. The people at my tier, before even the teams and they signed up, they were already Diamond/Masters. Like when Box was first playing, like I remember like he was queuing up 2x KO. He was already Diamond. I hadn't even played my first placement match games. That's how far behind I was. Not that it's like, again, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I just needed something that was like fast and effective because I needed to catch up quicker. Like way quick. I'm just behind. Everyone started off at like a way farther. Like Huntress was already Diamond. And I was playing against her and I was like learning how mechanics worked, and she was already doing full B&Bs with everything. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this. You guys can see item collector. If I understand it good, I'm gonna roll all of these. Okay, is it 1, 2, or 3? Is it 1, 2, or 3? You guys can pick. Guys, let's really try to top 4 this game. We top 4, we can open it up a little Riftbound pack. Is that how it works? Or should it go the opposite way? 3, 2, 1. Branching out. Okay. Sorcerer emblem. You know? I don't even think that one's bad. Who do I put that on? Put on Shinzao, I guess. I'll put on Callista at the moment. She doesn't really want AP, but like Shinzao is also not exactly, yeah. And I'm also like likely to cut Callista once I get to 8 Soul Fighter. Ooh. We fight together. Wait, Sorcerer actually works though. So like, who do I put Sorcerer on? Viego? Sorcerer Viego? Maybe. You think I should reforge it? Should I reforge the Sorcerer emblem? Gwen should be happy. You already have Gwen though. Oh wait, I can actually just play Kog'Maw. Oh, but I already have. Yeah. But I can just do this though. Callista doesn't really matter very much. But Kog'Maw's not bad here, right? Open Reforge? Yeah, the thing is, it's not like good to open Reforge that. It's generally not good to open Reforge because it's a playable emblem and there's a lot of unplayable ones. And you don't want to get an unplayable one. And then you also don't use a Reforger on a component. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it now. I mean, I think the spot's fine. Reforged Last Whisper. Oh wait, no, I'm not staying on Kog'Maw. I'm just playing him temporarily. Cog is a temp. It'll turn into Soul Fighter. You're saying, you promise? What happens if it doesn't? What happens if it doesn't? Well, guys, I'm doing it. It's not working. Another bug in set 15. Classic. What do I take here? Take bow, I guess. Can you explain why not reforge a component? Like reforge a tier? Because it's a fine thing to play now. Edgelord, the Crew, Crystal Gambit. I guess I'll just play another Shen. I could also cut... I also could play 4 Jugs. I could do this and this and try to play around Neferi. That's probably a little bit better than the Bastion here. I'm positioning the Training Dummy a little bit farther up because I wanted to take aggro before these backline units. This guy has Ashe. Uh-oh. I think Neferi's dying. Sage. Okay. Sky Piercer Ashe. Is he 5 crystal? Okay, he's only 3. Oh, that's good. That's a good one. And then I can cut this and play this. So, Synergy Bar looking good. Synergy Bar looking good. And then I guess I can put this on... I'll put it on Kog'Maw for now because he's holding items. Solar Breath. Probably just Double Strike. I can also best this boy. Do I need more power? Probably more power. I mean, Double Strike is good. I'll just go Double Strike. He has Sorcerer already, so he has like some AP there. What up, Mort Dog? Is this Street Fighter? Yeah, this is the new Street Fighter expansion. Yeah. This is the new champion they're releasing. Kog'Maw. You gonna sue them or what? Pretty sure this is copyright infringement. Gonna sell all this. I'm gonna hold on to Galista because of 6 Soul Fighter, but I need to hit Viego to get 6 Soul Fighter going, or I can natural at 4 cost. It's kind of unfortunate I lost my 1 fight.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Mushi, thanks for 11 months. Whoa! Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, so who would be a good sorcerer holder? Could I play a sorcerer like here? Can I play sorcerer on Akali?
I love a challenge.
Reforge. You really shouldn't though. Like you guys can keep suggesting it and I'll keep saying the same thing. You really shouldn't. Jinx. I mean, Volibear's good. I'm just gonna play Volibear here. Volibear. Juggernaut. All Sorcerer. Wait, I can go Nashor's Akali with this. I mean, Nashor's is pretty good. Nashor's Void Staff. Crimson Veil. I mean, theoretically, that's good. So now I have all my utility done. I mean, this is pretty cool, right? So then the Soul Fighter I'd be cutting would be Viego if I hit Akali. I'm losing to a Smolder 1. Unless? Oh, nice. Nice. Huge. Huge round. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. Climb the ladder. That's really good. Oh. Samira immediately? That's really good. Akali pair? I probably don't have room to play Shen. Viego, I have 8 soul.
I choose this fight.
Cassante. Samira too. So I have this here, this here. On the edge. Maybe I should put... Should put Morello on her, I guess. I don't know. Because the Nashers could probably stays on a Kali. I could put Nashers on somebody else as well. I'll just keep it here for now until I hit Volibear. Because then Morello would have to go on Volibear if I hit Volibear too, which I don't think I want either. Okay, surely Vitu doesn't beat my Samira too. Oh, oh, that was a little close. That was looking a little close. Can I just sell all this? Should I keep rolling? I'm still lacking like a lot of things here. I'm still lacking. I mean, should I roll for a Kali too? I feel like I can't really. This guy is. I feel like I have to roll. Diego too. That helps. Why not Akali items on Rise? Because it's cooler to play Akali. Isn't Akali so cool? Okay, she died. Oh, I got rocket grabbed. Okay. Also, I think I'm likelier to hit Rise, Akali than Rise. What if you hit both Akali 2 and Volibear 2? I'll play Volibear. I'd rather play Volibear than Akali. The thing is, my items are better for a duo carry, though. Oh, I'm not gonna get it though. Also, I have no tank items. So if I don't get Gwen, I probably just have to go like Crown Guard. I think I have no tank items. It's a big problem. There's a Yone with a sword. And there's a bow as well. Maybe these guys just leave the Gwen for me. Oh, man. I have to take frontline items. Akali might be cooler than Rise, but what's cooler than being cool?
We can do this.
You save up my mama.
Volibear 2. Okay, I'm out. I have Volibear 2. Guess I'll play Volibear 2. Let me go. Nashers. Last Whisper, IE. Finalist. Okay, I know it looks ridiculous, because it is. But trust me when I say, it's not that bad. I know I'm playing AP Volibear and it looks dumb, but it's not that bad. Okay, I stopped this guy from getting a cash out. I think this guy won the game if he hit his, when he hits Ash 2 and he starts snowballing, but yeah. All right, so Prismatic check 2. I mean, I don't think I'm playing Rise either. I missed Akali too. I mean, Volibear 2 is really good. Also denies other people looking for Volibear, which is the key. Is one of the key things I'm thinking about. Wait, there's another Ashe player. Oh, that's the same Ashe player. I think this guy won the game. This guy looks really good. Like he's in really strong shape at the moment. By the way, I think Finalist is a really good power-up that like people don't talk about or explore very much, but I think it's very good. You just have to get... It's like OP when there's only 2 people alive. But like, if there's like 2 people dead, it's also still pretty solid if you really think about it. What up, Beppo? Sorcerer set will heal. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I could play Sorcerer on set. The reason why I'm putting it here on Volibear is just because I want 3 items on my Volibear. I don't think this is good. to put like to end the game this way, but as a way to temporarily get power buff, would you rather itemize Volibear 2 or Viego 2 with no duelist? And I think I'd rather go for Volibear 2. Like, he's still doing a decent amount. But it does look ridiculous. It does look ridiculous. That part is true. BT. I have a rod. I have a rod. Reforge all items on Volibear. Nope. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Let's end this quick.
So I'm going to go BT Gunblade. And then this is where I think I have to be very... I mean, I guess I have one more remover. I guess I can go Morello here. I guess I'll just do Void Staff here and then remove it for the last second, so it's all good. With 3 items on Volibear. I really don't have tank items. I got dropped a lot of offense, and I need these tank items. Also, I think I'm going to move my thing to the front. Woo! I think I'm going to move my tower defense to the front, because I don't think I have good enough front line at the moment. Is this Biz Volibear? Yeah, it's not. It's really not that bad. You can make fun of me all you want, but I can't hear you all the way up here where I'm about to hit challenge and you guys are hard stuck in diamond. You can make fun of it all you want, but yeah. I need Gwen. So once I hit Gwen, and then I can remove... Oh, you know what? I need a replacement. I need a replacement Lux. I mean, yeah, it's also another alternative of just sell. Like, I could have put it on Viego. I could have put these items on Viego. Yeah, I could have. Like, it's really not that bad, man. I understand that the items look stupid, but it's whatever works, right? Bubbles PVNRT. I feel like this emblem isn't going to do much for you. Well, I would say another. There's another thing too, which is I already have 2 rounds of 2 full stages of value for it. Like, I picked it on 3-2. It's now 5-2, and now or 5-3, and I'm healthy. I'm going to 9. You can say it's not going to do much for you, but it already has collected. It's already collected enough value that it's fine. You guys can keep arguing as much about, like, well, you're not gonna have like a good sorcerer emblem holder, or you're gonna be an inefficient like 3 out of 4 or 3 out of 2, and you're like not wrong, but it also doesn't really matter that much. Volibear and Samira both dodged the Jarvan, which is really good. I mean, this guy won the game. He got to 5 Crystal Ash with 80 HP, and he hit the entire board. Oh! And he hit Braum too as well. Yeah, unlucky.
No more games.
Okay, so I can take Staircase Gauge here, and I'd probably get out. Or I'd probably take a tank item. I think tank item is actually more important. Okay, wait, both are gone. I guess. Okay, wait, all of them are gone. Another Crown Guard? You're kidding. Okay. I don't understand. I pick every augment for this guy doing all the work, and he has the gall to say I'm up here in Challenger and not like you. Oh, I wasn't talking to you. You can keep picking my augments. I was talking to the other guy next to you. Yeah, you're cool. See, me and you are friends. Not like that other guy, though. 5 players. I could level right now and just play 2 Bastion, but it doesn't seem particularly worth right now. Doesn't seem particularly worth right now. Why does everyone have Braum 2? This doesn't make sense. This guy has Braum 2 with extra Braum on the bench, and this guy has Braum 2 on 8s. None of this is making sense. I don't understand. $47. I have to sack one more. I'm too poor to go to 9. I think I can get top 4 this game. Lux. So this is my replacement Lux. Let's see. Bastion. Ooh, everyone looks kind of strong. Wow. Wow. I actually don't know if I top 4 this game. I know that sounds crazy because of my HP lead just 2 rounds ago, but I can see a world where I bot 4. If I miss Gwen, aren't I kind of in big trouble? Like, I'm losing these fights, and I don't think I'm going to win any fights next stage either. I think I'm in like a must-hit Gwen situation. Okay, this guy's dead at least. Ashe players also losing. All the reroll players are really strong. Like, everyone has multiple 3 stars. 3 3-stars, including Smolder 3. Malzahar 3, Darius 3, 3-star, 3-star. I don't know if I beat them. So, yeah, this spot is looking a little sus. But the good news is I think the Braum player, the Jinx player died with Braum, and Braum would be my next unit, right? So I can hold Swain temporarily. Okay, see what we get here. Leveling. Shinzao pair. Hold the 5 costs.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Okay, hit the Gwen. That's good.
Battle boils the blood. To triumph.
Void Staff, Morello. Okay. Huge difference. Wow. Imagine that. My Gwen 1 dealing 6k out of nowhere. You love to see it. Okay, that might have helped me top 4. Should I hold for Volibear 3? Probably not. I'm too poor. Probably not. All good, though. Tank fighter. It's all good. All right. All right. Darius. I'm playing this guy. Do I want to be same side? Probably not. Opposite side. Because the problem with being same side, because Soul Fighter ramps. I know that he spreads as well, but actually, I put my weak side on the same side as Darius, though. Maybe the opposite is set same side as them, but then my carry's opposite side. Set just died instantly. No resistances because my tank items are garbage. Come on. He's dead? Top 4, baby. But in my last game for a tournament for North Legends, one guy hit Poppy 3-star at 5-1. I hit him 3 times and went fit just barely, not even though I had most health. Damn. That's rough. Rough stuff, man. Should I play 2 Volibear 2s? This guy's holding Gwens. Oh, this guy. Wait, I can't even play 2 Vol. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize that guy was playing Volibear. Okay. Let's do... Do I want same side? I'm a little scared about that. It's a little sketch to me. Oh! No, it's actually all good because... No, wait, you know what? The Samir jumps. The Samir jumps. And then I baited the Vi into the same corner. No. No. Unlucky. Unlucky. Third? Third is good. Finance is doing work. It's true. It's true. Gwen pair. Should I just take the Gwen pair? What is my other alternative? I have no... I could take a item for Gwen. There's no item for Gwen. Okay. It could be a second if you're lucky. Yeah. Malzahar JGGF blue buff is Biss. Not Biss, but it's good items. That's what matters. What matters isn't if it's Biss, it's if it's good. And it is good.
We have the momentum.
I have an open tier. I guess it won't really matter much if I just tier. Oh god, I'm actually just about to get bopped. He swaps sides. My set is actually not even that tanky. I know that I technically picked the weak side, but my set actually died not on his carry side in the same way anyways. Like at the same time anyways. Like my set died the same time as my Shin's died with no items, but the Ashe was on my side. So my spot here was pretty bad. My items ended up being really, really scuffed. Really, really scuffed. Like my items end up being so offensive skewed that this is a fine result. Also, I didn't even hit Gwen too, so there was good.